of them if you want. Fabulous. The energy is high. I can see the chat messages. It's really extraordinary. But for that, make sure that your schedule is clear and you are here with us for all the 3 days. Today, 2 to 5 p.m., which is Saturday. Tomorrow, Sunday, again 2 to 5 p.m. And on Monday, 7 to 10 p.m., which is in the evening. Please remember these times. Put reminders in your phone if you want so that you don't forget. And you should focus and attend the sessions in peace. No distractions. Let your family members know. Let your office people know. Whoever you need to tell them you are not available for these 9 hours. All right? Because we are going to share some incredible resources with you. All right. So let me share with you. We have currently 874 people attending this session live. How amazing is that? 874 people. And more people are joining as we are talking. Around 8,000 people had registered to be part of this boot camp. So we can expect many more people joining in a short while from now. So when was the last time you were part of an event of this size? Do you remember? Anybody remembers? You've been part of an event of this size? Close to 1,000 people online attending a live session. Now we have close to 900 live attending people in the session. No, you don't remember, Mahesh. I got it. Somebody says I was there in July 2025. Okay, got it. Okay, perfect. Mukesh says no. Some people say no. Mostly people are saying no. Some people are saying yes. Got it. Thank you for letting me know. The energy is electrifying when all of us are participating actively in the session. And apart from us, even the participants add a lot of value to the bootcamp through their comments, questions, views in our bootcamp. And I hope you will add a lot of value in this bootcamp as well. So let me tell you, the chat is open and we can see your messages. And we will announce in between the session, the chat will be open for everyone. So you can mark your messages to everyone so that everyone can see your messages. And we will close this feature of chat with everyone later on because we don't want your computer or phone to be buzzing with hundreds of notifications per minute. We have been told this becomes a little distracting for people. And we just wanted to make you feel the excitement to be part of this extraordinary gathering of people who want to be financially independent and start something that they can call their own and be proud of. Like, really, your life will not be the same when you start your own consulting business and you are a proud human being, proud family member, proud entrepreneur. That is what our commitment is. So let me tell you, let me give you a quick training on how to chat with everyone. A lot of people are marking their messages only to hosts and panelists, which is not good enough. We want you to send your messages to everyone, especially when the everyone chat is open. So let me give you a quick training for that. So if you see your chat box icon in the Zoom window, there's a chat box icon. Can you see? Everybody can see a chat box? Okay. So when you go to that chat box, you will see TO2 next to two host and panelists written there in blue color. I'm going to show it to you on a video also so that you can understand. If you click on host and panelists, there'll be a drop down menu. Then you choose everyone and then you type your message and send it to everyone. It'll reach everyone. All right. I'm showing you this video. See it. Volume is a little low. No problem, but see it. You will see it. You will understand. Just see this video on your screen and you will understand how to choose everyone when you chat.
When we are in an event like this, we need to interact with everyone. Now, how do you switch your chat option to everyone? Let's see it. In the chat window, we would see the two written here. You can select who do you want to message, host and panelist, or everyone. When you want to interact with everyone, when the host tells you that you interact with everyone, select the everyone option, type your chat, and send it up. It will go to everyone.
All right, simple enough, everybody. That's how simple it is. So let's do a quick practice. Everybody write a hi. Or are you excited? You can say excited. Just say excited and mark everyone. Let's see how many of you mark everyone. You can write excited and mark everyone. Okay, some of you are still marking host and panelists. 80% people are marking everyone, but 20% people are still marking host and panelists. Please mark everyone. It's so important that everybody can see your messages. Wow, extraordinary, great, fabulous. Thank you. Thank you for this practice. I got your acknowledgement and I got that you are super excited. Extraordinary. So tell me in the chat, are you looking forward to the boot camp? You can say yes if you are and mark everyone once again. I should tell you, we have close to 1,000 people, to be exact, 977 people right now attending this session live. Extraordinary. So you've been listening to my voice, you've been seeing my face. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sagar Tyagi. I'm a business consultant and growth coach with 25 plus years of experience. And it is my privilege to lead this boot camp with the with a couple of other leaders also. I'm going to share their names, but I just want to share my commitment. My commitment is that this boot camp is a turning point in your career, and your career, whatever level it is going, it will just go up like this after this boot camp. That's my commitment. And I will host this session along with Abhyuday Agarwal, who's CEO and co-founder of Skill Arbitrage. All right, he will come and introduce himself in a short while from now. And we will have a couple of more leaders who will be sharing some technical skills with you. We will introduce them when they come. So please let us know in the chat which city or country are you logging in from, and please mark everyone, not just host and panelists. And I'll tell you how you can send this message. You can write not only your city but also what you do and your experience. For example, I'm a business consultant and I'm from Delhi. I can write Delhi business consultant, 25 years experience. If you're from Meerut, maybe a CA, for example, you can write CA with 15 years of experience, whatever your qualification or your work is. All right, great. Mention your city for sure. We have people from Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune. Wow. Mumbai, Noida, Odisha, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Noida, Chennai, Noida. Wow. Pune, Kolkata. So many people from so many different cities in the country. I'm sure some people must be outside India also. Nagpur, Vapi, near Mumbai. Wow. Coimbatore, Delhi, Akola, Goa, Chhattisgarh, Pathankot, north, south, east, west, everywhere. Awesome. Vietnam. Oh, wow. Mahesh is in Vietnam currently. Okay. Delhi, CA. Okay. Bilaspur. Wow. Kolkata, Mumbai, Ahmedabad. Great, fabulous. The excitement is awesome. And people are here from different walks in life, different professions, and different parts of the country and the world. That's extraordinary. Thank you so much for sharing all this. So now you can stop sharing now. I'll have another question for you. So listen keenly. So I'm going to share different categories of people, okay? And if you fall in any of these categories, you can say yes in the chat. Are you a senior corporate professional with years of experience, maybe in IT or technology? Product manager, project manager, cybersecurity, sales, marketing, operations, management, maybe HR or compliance, or any related fields? If yes, you can mention your field also: IT, technology, project manager, whatever it is. That is so great. Awesome. We have people from HR, sales, IT, wow, marketing, finance, amazing, admin, quality, marketing, extraordinary. Do you feel that your growth has slowed down over years and you are experiencing the middle management trap? Or you are undervalued at the traditional workspace? Do you feel that the change is overdue for you? If you fall in this category, you can write MMT. MMT stands for middle management trap. All right, I got it. A lot of you are in that space. I got it. Great. Thank you. Not like great you are in that space, but great to know where you are from. Okay. Because we're going to give you some extraordinary resources and extraordinary roadmap to grow in your career instantly. Do you want to utilize your existing expertise, whatever expertise you have, maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 5 years, whatever expertise you have in whichever field, and launch a consulting service business of your own? Do you want you yourself to be your own boss? How many of you want that? You can say yes. Extraordinary. Fabulous. Are you looking forward for a way by which you can do this legally and ethically on a risk-free basis without quitting your existing job? Would you like a side business while maintaining your current job? Or commitments first to see if you like it? How many of you want to do this consulting business, start a new consulting business risk free, without any money commitment or leaving your job kind of a commitment? How many of you want that? Amazing. Would you like to work remotely for UK, Europe, US, Singapore, or Canada businesses, and even startups on the side as a consultant, using your existing skills and experience and earn 5 times more than what you're earning today? Yes, I'm sure hundreds of you want that, right? That's why you're here. Are you already a service business owner who wants to stand out from the incoming competition, grow faster, charge more, and work with international clients? How many of you want that? You can say yes. Working with international clients can give you a huge advantage. Amazing, extraordinary. Maybe you're approaching retirement or considering early retirement, and you want to explore lucrative part time options to generate income, keep yourself productive and engaged, and superbly monetize your decades of work experience. How many of you fall in that category? Amazing, amazing. Thank you for sharing. I can see so many of you are writing on the chat and you fall in these various categories. Maybe you are a professional who's anxious about AI. Will AI wipe out human jobs, and feels that surviving this AI onslaught is a massive challenge? How many of you are scared with because of AI? You can say me, me in the chat if you fall in that category. Got it. Thank you for acknowledging that. If you have answered yes to even one of these questions, this boot camp is for you. Yes. And even if you are a junior professional, that is absolutely fine too. If you have valuable skills and determination, this boot camp is for you. And lastly, if there is some young person who doesn't have much experience, are welcome to. You can say me in the chat if you fall in this category, because I was one such person once. All right. And I wanted to do something of my own. All right, great. I can completely get your commitment and thank you for sharing. Just give me a moment. I'm putting my internet on another Wi Fi because it's showing some disruptions. Just give me one moment. In the meanwhile, you can say in the chat, what are you looking forward from this boot camp? What do you want for yourself in this boot camp? Okay. Because we are committed that you get what you want. For sure, we are going to give you a lot of things from this boot camp. We have a whole plan to give you things which will enhance your career the way it has not enhanced so far. Give me 1 second. I'm just connecting my internet. One moment. All right. Now my internet is connected to another Wi-Fi, so it should not give any trouble. All right, perfect. So I'm going to run a quick poll for this. Okay. Why we are running a poll? So that we can know each one of you properly and in detail what you do, what you expect from us, what is your experience, what field you're from. It'll take you just 10 to 15 seconds to fill in the details. Please go on your screen. There is a pop-up of poll. Click there and fill in your details. Just take 5 to 10 seconds to fill it. Please go ahead and do that now. All right, perfect. Is there anyone who's not in any of the above categories that we shared? If yes, then please tell us on the chat. What are you expecting from this boot camp so that we know we can help you and we can support you and serve you in this boot camp? All right. Khalid Akhtar, very good. Thank you for letting us know. You will get what you want in this boot camp. Don't worry. Got it, Kamlesh. Thank you for acknowledging that. We will teach you how you can start your own business consulting. Yes. All right, let's move forward. That's great. A lot of you are writing on the chat. Me and my team will reply to you. Don't worry at all. And just in case any of your question doesn't get answered, please make a note. At the end of the session today, we will do a question answer session so that you can get any of your questions answered. Okay. And most of your question, 99.99999% questions will be answered by the time the session will be over. All right. So make note of your questions and keep listening and be patient. So let me also create with you what are we promising you from this boot camp. It's very important. So number one promise, you can start testing out your ideas and launch your own venture within 3 to 6 months, as long as you have consistent execution and discipline. All right? Get you to
Recording in
develop
progress.
a keen understanding of the market that you want to enter and choose the right problem to solve so that you do not get stuck with a product or a service that not enough people want to buy. So giving you the right choices. Another promise, how to test markets and ideas without spending any money or quitting your job so you can hit the ground running. Another promise, freelancing is the gateway drug to entrepreneurship. We will guide you how to start as a freelancer, build your relationships, network with people, deep understanding of the market, put together a solid team, and then take advantage of that to launch your own business by scaling up. We will also show you how to do this legally and ethically alongside your existing job. All right. Another promise, there are two parts to building a business that makes money and keeps growing. One is a delivery engine, which ensures clients get what they paid for. The other is business development engine. So two engines, delivery engine and business development engine. What does business development engine do? Which ensures there is a steady flow of work or buyers coming your way. If you fail to build any one of these engines, you will not succeed. So it is mandatory to build both these engines. We want to show you how to build both these engines. And guess what? You don't need decades of prior experience of running a business or some specialized qualification in building a business or expertise in different branches of business for this. No, even a person who's starting from scratch can learn these skills, learn how to do it, and start it on your own as well. For the first time in history, you can use cutting edge AI tools to build both the marketing and delivery engine. And we will teach you that in the bootcamp. And of course, you need to learn how to use them. And we will show you that in the bootcamp, how you can use these kind of tools, which are these tools, where you find them, how easy or difficult it is to use them. You also do not need to hire a team right now, though you may want to do that when you are making money and there is too much work for you. Then you can build your team. First, you automate using AI as much as possible. All right. And even if you fail, you will not suffer a setback. Why? You will still make money, meet new friends, develop deeper insights into the market and the business. And in the end, you can get better jobs and higher responsibilities and make more money than you are making right now by virtue of your experience, the experience you have in the entire journey. We will show you how to pursue this journey in a fail safe way. Yes, you don't have to fail at all. We will tell you how you can win and succeed. The skills and techniques we will teach you in this boot camp will enable you to get more recognition, better increments, better opportunities as the world around you recognizes and appreciates your unique gifts. Amazing, right? Extraordinary promises. And then some of you just crave to have more free time. How many of you want that? More free time in your hand. You will be able to create a pathway for that. That is another promise of ours. Another promise. Can you believe how many promises we are giving you on day one in the beginning of the session itself? We intend to teach you few skills that you can immediately start using to build distribution, to market research, community building, and personal branding of yourself as an entrepreneur. We also want to teach you how you can network with entrepreneurs in US, UK, Canada, Dubai, and such other advanced economies to collaborate with them. We will teach you all these skills. We will teach you some following hands-on skills to launch your offer. Which are these skills that we're going to teach you? These are the skills. How to do market research in your niche, how to create a compelling offer, how to write effective cold emails to potential clients, how to build profiles and attract attention on freelance platforms, how to build your online presence, website, work portfolio, and social media presence, how to ask for testimonials and referrals. Share your expertise online through content creation and distribution is the key to getting more clients and earning much more. Even though you are not a content creator and maybe an introvert, maybe some of you are, right? Is there anybody here who thinks he's an introvert? You can say yes in the chat. We will show you how to create a content distribution. Got it, Tarun. Thank you for acknowledging that. Nitin, Manoj, thank you for acknowledging that. We will show you how to create a content distribution engine that enables you to stay on top of the minds of your potential clients. We will show you expertise of
Recording
your
in
own
progress.
field, what you have been doing for years. You don't need professional quality equipment. You don't need a marketing qualification or a business degree for this. Yet you can do all of this, and we will teach you in this boot camp. How exciting is that? Are you excited listening to our promises, guys? Please tell me in the chat quickly. Now we have more than 1,100 people attending this session live. Can you believe that? 1,100 people attending this session live. Amazing, right? And you're excited, I can see, and you're marking everyone. That's fabulous. Thank you for being so coachable, so great. And the energy is high. Another promise, we will give a lot of exciting giveaways each day, but make sure that you attend at least 2.5 hours on that day if you want these giveaways. What are these giveaways? They are resources that will help you in your career. I'll just show it to you and you will get them on email every day by the end of the session. But for that, you must attend 2.5 hours session in continuation. All the details about the giveaways and how to get them, how to get a certificate to attend this bootcamp if you want, will be shared with you on the chat. Okay. These are the giveaways that we'll give you after the end of day one. I'm not going through it. It's just on your screen and we are sharing on the chat. These are the giveaways for day two. These are the giveaways for day three. And there are some of you who may want help from Skill Arbitrage even after this bootcamp to handhold you in the journey, establishing your career. For them, there is some great news. During this bootcamp, we will make a scholarship offer for 75 attendees. Yes, you've seen there are 1,100 people right now, 1,100 people. But tomorrow, we're going to give you a scholarship which will be only for 75 attendees who want us professional help. Not everybody won't want it, but for some of you, it will be just the right fit. Anyways, even the rest of you are getting lots and lots of free resources and learnings from this bootcamp. So don't feel bad if you can't get the scholarship for any reason tomorrow. Okay. So who is ready to spend the next 3 hours exploring more information about understanding AI and learning all the skills and tools? You can write me, me in the chat if you're ready to learn all the resources that we're going to give you today. All right, me and Mark, everyone, please. Fabulous. I already told you logistics and for this logistics to get a certificate from this boot camp. We have shared that with you on the chat. We are not going through the details right now. All right. So I'm coming directly to the next part. So in the background of every opportunity, there is a problem. Do you understand this? Whatever opportunity is there in front of us, that happens only because there's a problem in the background. Otherwise, there's no opportunity. Opportunity is created in the background of a problem. We cannot effectively move forward without addressing the problem if we want to address the opportunity. So first, we need to address what the problem is. So I want to briefly touch upon the challenges that senior and mid-career professionals face in their career. Are you with me so far? Do you get this point? That there are challenges that you face in your career. That's why you're here. If you're not facing any challenges, if you're not facing any problem, you will not be here, right? We will not be discussing any opportunity. So what are those challenges? What are those problems that people face? So let us know in the chat if you are facing any of these issues. I'm going to create the issues here and you tell me, me in the chat, and mark everyone if you face any of these issues. Okay. Many mid-career or senior professionals realize their career has plateaued. Plateaued means it was going up, now it is not going up any further. When they were young, they grew very fast, but that growth has now slowed down. You can say me if you fall in this category. Some of you say your income or status or position grows maybe 10 to 20% per year, but 100 to 200% jump does not look feasible. You can say me in the chat if you fall in this category. You earn well and you are comfortable, but you are not able to jump to the next level. Enjoyed by only a few top managers. Very few people enjoy that next level, but you have got stopped the middle management. MMT, right? Middle management trap. For some of you, it has been a while since you have been in this phase. This is the middle management trap, and it is difficult to escape this. You know how much percentage people fall in this? More than 90% middle managers and professionals get caught here. I got caught here for years. I will share my story with you tomorrow. You can sense competition intensifying every day with younger, hungrier professionals coming up the ranks. How many of you fall in this category? That you sense a competition coming up every day. On top of all this, automation and AI are wiping out many routine jobs. It's such a nightmare. For how many of you that's a nightmare? Like AI is like, oh my God, why are they here? Innovative business models which challenge your existing ways of working, making it harder for senior professionals to adapt and succeed. Yes, I get it. Thank you for acknowledging that. A lot of you are saying, yes, this is the case for you. You wonder what is required to stay relevant, stay ahead of the curve. You wonder that. You don't know how to do it, right? You may be in that category. How can you deal with these possible dangers and ensure that you can sleep worry free at night? What is the way out? We are here to tell you that. Many professionals spend 13 to 14 hours a day working and hardly get any time off, even on weekends. Oh my God, I remember I used to be like that. It was not 13 to 14 hours, I remember. It used to be 16 to 18 hours I used to work. No room for work life balance, spending time with family, doing anything beyond work. How many of you fall in that category? Please mark everyone when you write me. Thank you for acknowledging that. Manoj says, I spent 14 to 16 hours. I got that, Manoj. Completely can relate to you. You see scope for growth and promotion into decision making roles only after having spent at least 10 to 15 years doing the same thing. You don't think even if you have just 5 years of experience or 7 years of experience, you can go to the top level or 5 times more income? No. Or maybe 100 times income business? No. You need 15 years of experience, only then you can reach a senior level. As you get more senior, it gets harder to find the right jobs where your expertise can be utilized. Do you know that? You may feel somewhat restricted in your environment. How many of you fall in this category? I got it. Shishir says, me had spent 17 hours in telecom. Okay, got it. Thank you for acknowledging that. Sometimes your earnings and growth are seriously affected by market and economic fluctuations. How many of you fall in this? Crazy market fluctuations, right? Even the investments we are making in the stock market, for example, are just going down. For last 1 year, they have not gone anywhere. Some of you have a desire deep down to start something of your own. You have a lot more to give to the world, and there is no opportunity in your current role to do that. How many of you want to give it to the world, contribute, make a difference out there, but you don't see any opportunity to do that? Some friends and peers may have risen to positions that you aspire to reach or launch successful businesses, and it bothers you. Why can't I do it? There is resentment and lack of fulfillment. Do you feel like this sometimes? I'm sure you do. Many of you already started writing yes. Got it. Got it. Thank you for acknowledging that. Can I really start a new career innings at this age? How will I get clients? Who will trust me to give me work? Don't I need capital? Do you want answers to all these questions? Because these are challenges, right? Got it. Great. Thank you for acknowledging that. Fabulous. Because, I took a business decision from a job of 22 years. I started my own business when I was 43, which was 3 years back. I will share my story with you in a couple of days, maybe day after tomorrow, about my personal story and my growth. I can understand, I can relate to your challenge. What if I fail? That's a big question mark. How will I provide to my family if I fail? Most people don't have the courage to go all in. Despite your deepest desires, you are unable to take action. Yet reality beckons you. It calls you, come here. Reality is like always in your face. We are currently in the world where there is no way to do well other than going up the value chain. Now we are starting to see the opportunity, a little glimpse of it, going up the value chain. If you are not growing, you are slipping by default. Understand this line, very important. Either you grow or you slip down. There is no staying at one place. Many professionals are forced to keep working even after the time when they should retire because of their financial situations. What are you going to do that will allow you to retire in peace? We want answers to all these questions. Some of you may have this question too. In this boot camp, everybody listen keenly now. We will show you how to get out of this middle management trap, build a services business on the side faster than it was possible even 2 years before, without taking any risks or quitting your existing job. 100% legally and ethically. We will teach you that in this boot camp. And if you follow this guidance, you will be able to explore working remotely and earning more by utilizing your decades of experience, by consulting domestic and international clients, like many of our existing learners have already done and caused extraordinary results, magical results in their career. We will share those results and success stories also with you. In a few months, it is possible for you to grow your earnings, have a healthy side income, and even prepare to quit your full time job if you want, and still make 3 to 5 times of your current income. I, I will share with you how I reached 8 times more my last job income in just 1 year, 8 times more by following these techniques. We will elaborate ahead. Please keep listening. It requires some work, confidence, and leap of faith on your part. But we have enabled thousands of people to work remotely already, and you could be the next one. Here are 5 things that we will discuss in the next 2 hours. Listen keenly. How to reduce risk of failure when you start. What services to offer potential clients. How to do market research and create an offer. What kinds of clients to reach out to. How to find them and pitch to them. How to do it without creating problems in your existing job. How to use AI in the process so that you save time and cost and yet produce high quality work. All right. At this stage, I would like to invite Abhyuday to introduce himself and create this for all of you.
Hi, everybody. Is my voice loud and clear? My
Yes.
name is Abhyuday Agarwal. I'm a co founder and CEO of Addictive Learning. We are a listed company. I'm going to tell you about how we started, okay? And this is one of our favorite programs and boot camps because we are most passionate about the senior and experienced people starting consulting businesses. Because if you do that, it benefits us. We have a whole placement team. I know if you start your own business, you're going to be hiring our students one way or another. Whether you're our student or not doesn't matter. At least you'll hire, you could hire from us, right? That's very important for us. Okay. How to reduce the risk of failure when you start your own thing? How many of you want to know about this? Because before I could even tell you what to do, how to do it, you will be like, if I fail, then, right? Relevant question. 1071 people here have opened chat, and I want you all to respond by writing on chat, right? Okay. So I'm going to tell you something. Today we are a large enough company. We are listed on the NSE, SME. You can go on NSE website and find Lawseco, okay? Or you will see, NSE India here. You will find Lawseco. There is coverage also of our revenue, which gets published, featured. See, this is our company, but we started very, very small. Wait, first I'll show you slowly. Otherwise, a lot of people can't follow. Uh, Addictive Learning Technology Limited, right? That is our company. And Lawseco is the name of the stock ticker. And Addictive Learning Technology Limited has the brand Skill Arbitrage. That is where we're doing this bootcamp, right? Now you see here, EdTech company Lawseco's revenue doubles in FY23. This was 2 years back. We got listed last year. Now, this is not how it started. Today, it looks like we are a big company, right? But when we quit our jobs, it was back in 2012. You know how much work experience we had? Ramanuj and we both had quit. We were working in a law firm side by side, adjacent desks. We had no only 1 year experience, 10 months I had to be precise, no capital. Okay. And by the next 1 year, we had made 1 crore in revenue with a 3-member team. Me, Ramanuj, and he had recruited his girlfriend. Look at this. I pleaders, NUGS student startup earns rupees 1 crore in first year. Crazy, right? How did it happen? And you can learn from it, and I'm going to help you learn right away. By killing risk even before we started. I did a job briefly for 10 months, Ramanuj 12 months. The first 6 months goal was to save money, and he paid his education loan back. I kept a runway for independent survival, and next 6 months also kept saving. Now 4 months of expenses in the bank, and we quit. Now you don't have to do even this much. You can be 100% safe and even earning legally on the side. Okay, we'll tell you how to do that, but the point is that you don't have to take risk. We had done freelance work to pay our bills. You can do this to earn an extra income. What to do, we will tell you. Okay, and we decided to give entrepreneurship 2 years, prepared to fight for 2 years even if there were no results, right? If nothing worked out, what happens if you fail? First I'll tell you how not to fail, but what happens if you fail? You still get another job. With the learnings and the experience, you get a better job. The hardest person to hire in the market, one is a successful entrepreneur, obviously won't get hired, but a failed entrepreneur is the hardest to get hired, because then you would have more ability to take responsibility. You will solve other related problems. You will do more complex stuff. Till you're following, let me know on chat. Okay, but we never had to reach there, to that point of failure at that time. Why? Because we had killed the risk already, but we were not aware how. So I will tell you what was the preparation we did, because the weakest link of your preparation is what you will fall to. You will not rise to your top ambition, right? And you want worst case scenario plan. So worst case scenario plan will be what you do in the gym, what you do in net practice. How did we kill risk? You first understand that we were highly unlikely to succeed, right? Everything was against us. My senior said, "Tujhe abhi kuch nahi aata hai. How will you even review work? You can't even do your own work properly," right? So 1 year of experience, no MBA, no capital, could not even hire people. So hard to even convince anybody to join us, right? One guy joined and left in 7 days. We rented a 2 BHK apartment and lived from there, and in Navi Mumbai. No real business experience. Nobody was willing to invest in us. What is the track record that you have? What is the traction? And I can't blame them. People said you're building a lifestyle business. They'd be shocked to know now, right, where we have come. And some of them are still in our network. So how did we then move towards success? And obviously, if some one person is successful, one company is successful, what happens? Are you guys able to hear? One or two people are saying you can't hear. Sound is good. Guys, check your internet if you can't hear me. Okay, so there were funded companies with 30 crore, 40 crore capital. There were MNCs who were coming into the area of education, online edtech. We had started back then, and it was restricted to lawyers. Now we are catering to 20 plus verticals. Senior professionals, most important. right? But we took all those brands to cleaners in the market. How? But how did it happen? Three things we have done right to kill risk, and this will help you to do, right? And most of it we did while we were working in the job. So forget about earning. Even if earning starts later, it won't. In your case, we'll tell you how to do it legally beforehand. But I'll tell you how you can kill risk in your existing job right now, which could be the most important thing in your life. I used to work while commuting and also on the weekends because most of the days I spent 14 hours in the office. I'm asking you to do work for 2 hours, okay, in a day. Okay. You can do this to work a couple of extra hours on the side to reduce or completely eliminate risk and don't quit your job. Okay? Deal done? Done deal? Guys, I'm checking my volume if you can't hear me. My volume is very loud. Understood. Okay. Now I'm going to make you practice because I told you this is a business building boot camp. It's not an AI tools boot camp. AI tools anybody can learn for $100, $1,000, $10,000. This business building boot camp, I will promise you, MBA will not teach you. Okay. All right. I developed a keen understanding of the market. Okay. This is the most key factor in succeeding with any business. You need to have a product or a service that solves a problem. Does somebody have a problem that you are going to solve? Right? For some people at least, and they should be willing to pay money. Right? A lot of consultants, 5 lakhs a month, you're sorted, right? Which means just 10 people paying you 50K a month, you're sorted. Or 5 people paying you 1 lakh per month, you're sorted. 5 lakh per month earning done, right? But what is that problem they'll pay you for? Be an SME that is paying you, right? And they pay well. Okay, your company hires contractors, consultants who are paid very well, maybe much better than you, right? So many problems we have are well solved by existing players. Can you give me some examples? So many problems, right? Already well solved. Zomato is solving the problem of delivering meals, correct? Naukri.com solving some problem in some way of career job finding. But there are other, in a way, it's not solving also. That is where skill arbitrage is operating because Naukri doesn't solve it in any way comparable. Now that has to be a starting point. Okay, what is an existing unsolved problem? And it is usually counterintuitive because it was obvious. It's not obvious. If it was obvious, then somebody else would have been solving it. है ना, it will go against some common wisdom. If people knew and widely believed कि ये हो सकता है, then there will be so much competition. Make sense? Let me know on chat. But some competition is okay because I told you need only 5 or 10 clients or 15 clients and you're sorted, right? All right. This is why you are more likely to come up with a great product or service idea in an area where you have prior knowledge, experience, or expertise. So you all said I have 10 years, 15 years, 8 years, 20 years, 30 years. What is that area? Tell me on chat. First, tell me the area of your expertise, open chat. Okay. And I'll continue because I don't want to wait, right? It'll slow all of you down. So start thinking and write on chat. Even better if you face the problem yourself and would have paid to solve it. ठीक है, but could not find the solution in the market. कोई मिल ही नहीं रहा. अरे dog boardings suck so bad. I can't leave my pet with somewhere trustworthy because they'll put all the dogs together. Pet will starve, will get some disease, some infection. One example that recently I found out. Maybe that's a problem worth solving, right? And once you get used to picking this up, you will find problems all the time everywhere. That's the kind of nature and country India is. And there are so many problems worth solving. There are people willing to pay for it, right? Across all age groups, paying capacities, all of that, right? Okay, so I've opened chat, though you all are only marking host and panelist in your areas of, uh, in your problems that you solve or in the area you work in. I had a painful experience. I'll tell you my problem. Okay, when I worked as a lawyer, I had worked very hard in college to get a job, and I got a job in one of the top law firms. But I realized that I was struggling to perform well at least for 6 to 8 months because I was not prepared in college. I tried my best on my own to prepare for a good 2.5 years. But when I joined, I couldn't perform well. And the reason was that college didn't prepare us. Now, this reality holds true. Later, we realized for all functions, correct? But initially, we were lawyers, knew what to do there. And so we started with that. And the reality was this: law firms hire smart person, throw them into ocean. Those who swim are retained, those who can't will move on. In IT sector, Accenture, Infosys, everybody will hire. Wipro will hire at 20,000 salary per month. They'll hire and train you for 6 months, and then you will be able to get some work, and then you will earn a little more, right? And they'll make you sign a bond for 2-3 years because they're like, abhi to training kar rahe hain, I need to recoup the investment. This is an example how different industries solve the problem. In case of lawyers, this was very stressful. I saw my batchmates struggle a lot. This happens even in Big Four. It happens in big consulting firms everywhere. Okay. One day I found a batchmate drunk, and he was very smart, but he was crying on this, and he was on the steps of a Phoenix Mills Palladium Mall in Mumbai. And I realized now this guy had gotten fired that day from his job. I was like, this guy also facing this problem. He was one of the smartest guys in our class. I thought that I should, build a course as a starting point to solve this problem. I was very deeply passionate about it, and I knew that target market instinctively, knew their pains, and I knew that nobody is solving this problem. Whatever alternative they try, I know why they will fail also because I had myself been that person. Correct? That means I knew what to build, how much to charge, what language to speak, what their dreams and nightmares are, what their aspirations are. सारा चीजें मुझे पता था क्योंकि because I was one of them. I wasn't an expert lawyer, but I knew where they are going to struggle. Remember the difference, right? There will be people ahead of you in your stream. It doesn't matter. The thing is, they are not solving the problem you are going to solve. Do you know how Zomato or Airbnb started? Exactly like this. Zomato started because the founders realized 9 baje ke baad, how many of your companies have this policy? Order for free, right? Up to $300 ka meal sponsored on company if you are staying back to work. Now, at one point in time, there used to just be a menu, right? Everybody used to go and find all the menus in drawers and order from somewhere. But then there weren't enough copies of menus for everybody. And then somebody simply uploaded them on the company land. And they realized, wow, people are there's traffic on that, right? And then they decided, okay, let's make an app. And first, they used to only have menus getting uploaded on the app, right? And no way to monetize it, right? Just an app which showed there is proof. Itna you can do, no problem of moonlighting. पैसा नहीं बना रहे हैं तो side hobby है, right? Then they started charging for the money, right? Now my question on chat is going to be this: who is that target market for you? Which category of people do you know very well? पहले पूछा what do you do, अभी नहीं. Now who is that market for you? Right, the other person. What category of person people you know very well? Mukesh Kumar, I have started. Right? Some people are like waiting for something to happen. It's already started. The ball is rolling. Start applying your mind so that you can get value from this bootcamp by 5 p.m. Okay, HR consultancy, pharma, preschool, NBFC, manufacturing, okay, schools and colleges, IT, cloud security. Who is that market category of people, huh? Banking. So tell me, like, busy startup founders, couples who are quarreling, I don't know, startup founders who are recruiting. It could be a variety of things, right? Rich pet owners, it could be anything. But services business, we are seeing electronics manufacturing, sure. Okay, people who want ops efficiency, ops improvement, right? What are the problems? Now the question is this: what are the problems you see around you? Next part, moved to the next question, right? So I've asked you two questions earlier: that what do you do next, which area, which client area, which is your potential client. Now I'm saying third thing: what is there a problem around you that is not being solved by existing players in the market? Brijpal Singh, are you an expert in global warming? You have to also find who will pay you for it, right? Who will pay you? It has to be very clear. Liquor home delivery, okay. In Calcutta, you get home delivery of liquor. What are the problems you see that are not being solved by existing players in the market? Tell me on chat. One of the problems is you don't get good help through an app. All the existing service providers are like getting so much criticism. Household chores, household care providers, nobody is there. Okay. Maybe you see that your own company should be solving it in some cases, right? You're working in a tech company and you see 20,000 tech problems which are not being solved by your company. In our case, we saw that startups the law firms weren't assisting. And we were like, there should be a way to support startups to get the legal help they need to raise money, to grow, to hire properly. Right now, today that's happening 10 years down the line, but that time it wasn't. And that problem, for some reason or another, doesn't get solved. Somehow nobody seems to be solving it, even though a solution exists. Till here, you're there, right? Help in improving local ranking using Google My Business of local business, Jayant. Very sharp problem. This is an actual real problem. Sridhar, timely supply and installation of medical devices not available in several places. True, right? If you can't understand what to do, reflect on the area you work in and the problems you've seen around it, which you think should be solved. Project funding, okay. Generally, funding is a problem for most businesses and most NGOs. Everybody has a funding problem all the time, right? Okay. Once you find this, what are you going to do? You're not going to invest money and start building a startup and get a tech team and automate. You're not going to do all of that. No. What you're going to do is you start offering services rather than building a tech product. Why? Because you can get some initial success in solving real problems. Because if you solve a problem for somebody and they pay you, life is sorted, because then you can have, if you can get one client, you can get 10 clients, then you can get 100 clients, right? Building a product takes more time. Don't go for building a product, because you'll have to invest resources, tech, run ops, and if it fails, all of that, you have to get everything right together, like a whole orchestra right, the whole symphony right the first time. So you don't build like a masterpiece like Rings of Power in the first go. First you do small things, right? You will create small services, get testimonials, charge, earn an extra. Manoj Kumar, lovely house waste process, right? Sustainable recycling. Now, now you have to also find who will pay you for it. Huh? A lot of times people don't care enough to pay for that. Or if you have something like a government paying you, might be a problem in the cycle, because there's too much politics, corruption, a lot of things you'll have to navigate to get money. Often, while building the product, the real problems that one hits during execution are very different. You might realize you're pitching to government and you realize actually there are some rich people who might pay. Actually, there are some corporations who have to tell SEBI that they are doing ESG and lots of green initiatives, so they will pay. So I should give to them, right? So start with offering services so you can validate your offering. And if you make a mistake here, you still learn. How many experiments Edison made for the light bulb? Remember? 10,000 experiments, failed experiments. But then you imagine how rich he became, right? He was richer than Bezos of today, than Jeff Bezos. He had more money than that. Now, the thing is that you don't have to have 10,000 failed experiments, but 4, 5, 10 experiments is okay. Correct? All right. So, now, question again, does this help you to think of what is that target market? I went deeper into it, right? Tell me on chat. Let us try to narrow it down. What is your target market? I'll tell you everything about Trump, US. We have more depth on this than anybody else, including the media, which is just trying to scare you. But hang on. Who is that target market? Ontario can't be a target market. It's a territory. Who? Not which area, which country. Who? No. Who in that country? They are all over the world, okay? Is it the principal of a school or college? Is it the CEO? Is it who's the decision maker? Who will buy if it's B2B? If it's B2C, what kind of person will buy? Right? Single mother will buy something. Somebody else will buy something. Urban person will buy something. Right? Somebody who recently relocated will buy something. Somebody who wants to get fit somewhere else is something. Right? Let us know in chat, narrow it down. Procurement, very nice. So a lot of startups want to sell to the government and they don't know how to navigate the government's EGEM, government's e-marketplace portal, for example. And government has a goal that they want to procure from 2 lakh more startups this year. Example. Okay, question. Are you finding this valuable so far? Kahi gaadi jati hui dikh rahi hai? Are you able to see that the journey, that the road is going somewhere? Tell me on chat, mark everyone. Has the brain started shooting, firing? Are the neurons firing? We'll show you more techniques, don't worry. I have to start thinking my area of work, but see, your big company caters to different clients. You don't have to look at that. You will look at SMEs and all. But think what problem you faced which was not solved. Right? Instead of startups, for example, you could go more specific and you can say B2B startups in pre-series A stage. Lot of people, lot of consultants even quit their existing consulting firm or law firm or finance firm and they say, "Arey, my company deals with Fortune 500. I'll do the same, but I'll not deal with Fortune 500. I'll deal with SM." Chalega. The more specific you get, the more valuable your offering will be. But okay. So I say I'll give you workout system, yoga system, this system. That's one thing. I can earn 100 times more by saying I'll give you a workout system or yoga system or sleep meditation for founders who are very busy working 16 hours a day, right? संजय जैन कहना ये चाहता हूं कि आप बिजनेस चालू कर सकते हो और कैसे चालू कर सकते हो ये बता रहा हूं मजाक चल रहा है सोच 1 सेकंड में नहीं वैल्यू मिलता है ठीक है आकाशवाणी नहीं होती है यू हैव टू
Recording in
know
progress.
when investor is doing due diligence. Everybody is saying pitch deck, fundraising kaise karna hai, but business owner doesn't know when investor is doing due diligence what are the problems that may come up. It could be business, it could be technical, IT related, their tech stack related, it could be financial. They might have some bugs which in the app which leads to drop off of potential users, and you might be somebody who's a tester or you remove bugs or whatever, or there might be low reviews and you're a review management consultant or an online reputation management consultant, right? Maybe some people have websites which look like they were built in the stone age and they don't resonate with their audience. If you're dealing with the government, you should have a stone age website, right? If you want to look like that, having a UI that is not intuitive or customer problem friendly, right? Now there are some people who are like, I can't understand what is going on because there is no MCQ test you are giving. Nobody's saying you're right, you're wrong. It's an open-ended inquiry. Bhai, consulting karna hai. That is how it has to be. You have to start, right? Having a UI that is not intuitive or customer friendly, missing key product deadlines, and disappointing customers and investors because they don't know how to manage projects properly or how to manage operations properly, right? And a lot of young businesses are like that. Somebody who had a fantastic idea started it, but do they have the project management expertise that you have, or do they have the expertise that you have as an ops manager, right? Or as a leader? Tell us on chat. There could be tons of problems. There are thousands of problems. We'll help you with everything, huh? But I want you to get kickstarted on this journey. And it's fine if you can't find the right problem. But you have to start thinking. And you've never done this thinking in all your life, and neither will you do in an MBA. Because an MBA teaches you how to get another job for somebody else, but not to start your own consulting business. Right? Okay, problems are everywhere. There are thousands of people who solve problems, but very few people who actually solve them. So find the problems that you can solve around your niche. This is the process. I'm not guaranteeing कि आप 15 minutes में or in 3 hours you will execute it. But this is the process you need to execute. We can tell you how to go about it, and we are telling you. Everybody may not be able to identify their winning thing right now, right? Try and articulate them if you can in chat. Okay, we are opening the chat. Tell me. Okay, tell me on chat. What is the problem? What is the niche around which you will provide services? किसी को PPT design करना है तो कर लो, but you will get outmoded by Gamma or presentations.ai. How do you do it better? You can use it and do it better, right? Funding, healthcare, consulting. देखो जो लोग को काम करना है, they are thinking rapidly, shooting ahead. Digital marketing, social media, banners. Okay. Shankar, mark everybody. We have open chat. There are people who are ready to learn and there are people who are resistant, who are like, अरे कुछ like magic आ जाएगा, super power आ जाएगा. नहीं है. Step by step. Mental health problems, very nice. Executive coaching, life coaching for X kind of person. Casting consulting, damn important for India's manufacturing sector, right? You don't have to identify exact service. Modification hoga baad mein. We'll come to that. Zomato also started with uploading menus, then they added delivery, then they added so many things. We'll take you through that process. It takes a few iterations. Our course, we hit 1 crore revenue in first year, but we were thinking that entrepreneurs will take it, okay, or MBA grads will take it, but actually somebody else took it. Lawyers took it. So you start with X in your mind, but you end up with a different solution eventually. Now, some of you will have concerns. Ki, Acha, but can I do this with my job? What if my employer has an issue with moonlighting? There are several ways to deal with it. I will share the solutions in a bit. Okay. You should know that when you are doing consulting services, you can work for free or as an advisor until you and your client are clear that results are being delivered before you can start charging others for your services. Till here clear? Nadia, fraud investigation, white collar crimes, very good. Government compliance, online fraud, Abhishek Kotari, very good. Okay, consulting in which area, Lavina? Green energy consulting, okay. Some companies want to pay for it, not everybody, but very good, right? So are you comfortable with this? कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, एडवाइजर बनेगा, किसी के एडवाइजरी बोर्ड में आ गए, यू आर ऑन समवन्स एडवाइजरी बोर्ड, नो प्रॉब्लम, राइट? एआई गवर्नेंस, branding, ESG consultant, sure. Consulting in Azure on the cloud, sourcing and cost optimization. Okay, legal title due diligence, consulting for non-profit on what? Deepika astrology. Narrow down your clientele. Will you do astrology for startup founders? Will you do astrology for political leaders? Will you do astrology for a specific category? I'm telling you, the more you categorize, एक category डाल दो, 5 category का service होगा. Trainer for what? Sanjay Jain. So until this stage, you are not worrying about moonlighting. You can be a consultant. Sorry, you can be an advisor. You're thinking of a problem. You're thinking of a market. All of this is working, right? Next thing, right? You can try and understand the life cycle of your ideal consumer facing using the following techniques. You want some techniques, some things you can copy paste and use. How to ask AI to paint a day in the life of your ideal customer. Okay, if you do this, there are 3-4 prompts that you can copy paste. Okay, suppose you're saying that website improvement for interior designer or manpower supply, right? So manpower supply, who wants? Somebody in IT, somebody in construction, somebody in so and so thing, right? So you have to type that. You are a IT company who's got a US project and you run that IT BPO. Walk me through a typical day, highlighting 5 key frustrations you experience related to IT talent, correct? And you will use this. You can use many of these, okay? And you can use these to arrive at amazing clarity. How many of you are going to do this? Wow, coaching for AI for class 9 and 12. Lovely. Another thing you can do, finding rants. Rants means, have you seen how many of you are Reddit junkies, reading Reddit comments and finding out movie ka review, is service ka criticism, this problem? Lot of people are complaining on Reddit and X, right? You can ask AI on research feature or web search mode or deep research mode to find out. You can do manually. You can also prompt AI to do it to find out the complaint that people using a service have. Suppose you want to, hire a cook or a maid or anything, right? You want to hire let's say you want to hire an ethical hacker. You want to hire a cyber security consultant. You can say you want cyber security insurance, right? Those companies also give you reports. You will see that, correct? So AI can search that. You can do it manually. AI can do it faster and more effectively, no problem, but you'll have to still check it. Always validate it, but okay, do not do like blind work. Always validate it by talking to real humans who may benefit, real CEOs or CTOs in case of tech service, or individuals or the decision maker in the case of your service, because there might be some variations from what it reflects online. In your case, given your experience, you will be able to pick up challenges faster because you don't know the problem. It's just that your customer changes. Instead of serving in your company where you are working, you might be serving a big client, Fortune 500, large corporation. Here you are serving smaller clients who don't have your expertise. You're solving problems end to end. So thoda or handholding is needed. You can't make a lot of assumption that you make in your big company. Okay. All right. Here's the second thing I did. I conceptualized an offer that was going to be a hit. Now, firstly, till here, did you follow? Identifying the potential target market, all of that. Tell me on chat what service you can offer. You cannot always get it right. There are grand failures. Everybody fails, including Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, everybody. But that should not prevent you from starting. Armed with the knowledge about the target market, I started designing and offering. So for me, what was it? Sorry, it was, what do I? It's a course. Okay, when I'm offering a course, I understand as a training thing ki course में क्या होना चाहिए, syllabus and result. People don't pay to learn. People pay to get a career outcome. Then you have to think of pricing, right? You've seen Steve Jobs' presentations when he says, okay, iPhone this much, $400. Should there be an option to pay in tranches? अमेरिका में बहुत ज्यादा है, सब EMI, सब कुछ, right? $50 plan चालू हो गया. Like that, you have to think, should there be live classes, study material access? What about placement service? Nobody had the courage to offer placements. Even the top NLUs would not manage to place, like three NLUs would place 80%, 70% of their batch. Maybe one will place 100%. But how, what if we could do it? Nobody had even imagined this is possible. Should we tie up with a well-known university? How much does people need to study? Since this is an extra over university, तो कॉलेज के साथ साथ कितना एक्स्ट्रा काम कर सकते हैं? या और यू आफ्टर वर्किंग फॉर फुल डे, हाउ मच एक्स्ट्रा वर्क यू कैन डू? नॉट मोर देन 1 to 2 hours, right? So like that, you have to think through your target market, what problems they will have, what objections they will have, what they need to offer. Yeah. And forget competition, doesn't matter what other people do it. You have to see, if I do this, tuck, will it solve the problem, right? If it does, then it's fine. And I fought with the whole world to build that dream product. So we had to negotiate with our alma mater to certify the course. Yeah, paid PR. Ajit is one of the people said that paid PR is a big problem, right? Just very shitty services in the market a lot of times. Okay, I convinced my alma mater, my university, to certify the course, convinced them to keep it at the price point we wanted, also convinced them to let us create the content and not outsource it to their own professors who would have academic modules, and it would not help people get practical results. I convinced them to, they can review our syllabus, but we will have to conceptualize it. I made sure customer service stays with us, sales and marketing stays with us. If it goes to a government university, no matter how good it is, bureaucracy will hit in, right? That made us stand out. That's why that 1 CR happened in the first year. Many distance education courses were there. They didn't do anything comparably. And that's why when we launched, it clicked instantly, right? The same university had other online courses which sell 30 to 40 courses a year. We sold 500, right? Why? Because of this reason. Now you can do this. 1.5 years it took us from concept to launch. Guess when I did the work? See, cash came in later. But when did I do the work? Tell me on chat. Guess. Where, what time will I do the work? 3 months. But when? कहाँ पर? Quit नहीं किया था, job में था, while working in the job, right? So I started talking to the university. We built the website. We started doing the blogs. जिस दिन quit कर दिया, ठक, click a button, things are launched, marketing starts actively, right? We kept the process going. This is only preparatory work, right? You can also start preparatory work, though you can also start earning, I'll tell you. Okay. And when we quit the jobs, course is launched suddenly, website is up, the modules are ready, we are ready to start taking admissions, right? So you'll also use your initial experience and learnings from clients to identify this, and you'll fine tune this through trial and error. So you can do this on the side, help a few people, right? And you will come to know the problems that you'll pay for. Today also it happens. You know, Reliance, Mukesh Ambani, Anant Ambani, all of them, they had launched a cryptocurrency or a crypto coin, which was a grand failure. Nothing happened after that. Now they are launching a AI on TV, some rented AI they are launching. So they keep doing these experiments. Something works, something doesn't. So you can do all these homework without quitting your job. But I want to tell you, even a billionaire tries to do a free experiment. There was one time Reliance GSM SIM, then Geo SIM, they were giving free of cost. Right now they charge shitloads, $250 से अंदर कुछ नहीं मिलेगा महीने में. Okay, but before that they were giving for free. Why? It was learning and market capture. So you do this to get validation that what you're doing is good and it works. Then we'll show you how to even earn alongside your job. Okay, there's no risk for you. We'll show you how to do it legally. People are not going to tell you. For now, think of this much. At least I can do it as an advisor. Get my name up on a few startups if I want to. Get that validation, get the satisfaction of contributing, right? And you can try this out. But you don't need, for this kind of thing, you don't need a global market research. You don't need to pay for a Dun and Bradstreet ka kis company ka research or report. Correct? You don't need any such market research. You can do basic market research. You can do it on Reddit or X, or you can go to a tool like Answer the Public and see कौन से keyword के लिए लोग search कर रहे हैं. That is the basic stuff you need. Okay. Even successful businesses who are millionaires, people who are millionaires, they do this to stumble upon new ideas, new trials. Okay. Now the thing is, after you serve 3 people, your goal will be, अब I'm going to charge. Testimonial आ गया. Nobody cares free था या paid था. अब तो I can solve it reliably, and for this reliable solution, I'm going to charge. We quit, but you can do it in your job, and we will show you how to do it. Now some of you will say, ठीक है इतना काम कर लिया, but now how do I deliver the service? In that is much easier because you are the expert. You know what is the level of service that has to be delivered. You know the process and you know how to do it. Now, who will do it? I don't have my junior in my office, I have my company. That is okay. That you can use AI Copilot to do this. Right? AI has stopped hallucinating, does a better job if it's given the full context. It's not prompt anymore, full context, right? So it can do a lot of the job. You don't have to worry about that. As long as you know what is the problem to be solved. Right? Now, third thing. So you remember what we did? We identified an offer, we reduced risk of failure, we identified the problems of our target market. This is the most important. You know what Pepsi and Cola sell? Sugared water, right? 2 रुपए का भी नहीं होना चाहिए, बट 20 रुपए से कम में नहीं मिलता है. And they are there in every gaon, every theli. That is distribution. Today, Instagram influencers have distribution everywhere. Why? Because it is very easy to build it online, right? You don't need that offline network that takes 3 decades to build. So, if you just build an amazing product, right, or service, but you don't get clients, what will you do? No use, right? So you need to be able to reach your target market. And I built my outreach over the years. Now all this has become much faster. We use a lot of automation, AI to do this, but earlier we used to do manually, posting regularly on social media. Started a blog in college that had a small audience. Now it's one of the biggest blogs in the world, called IP Does Blog, with 2.5 million unique visitors per month. Built relationships with owners of other legal websites and blogs. So what happened when we launched our course? They said, "Ek baar ke liye, it's new, it's good. We'll help you and carry out your announcement for free. Agli baar, if you're successful, you pay us." Very good. But the most critical factor wasn't all this. It was the readers of my blog who saw my journey and my work, and they trusted me and appreciated my insights. So when I launched the course, they said, "We'll buy." This is a great way for first time entrepreneurs. Today, how you build distribution, you don't have to start your own blog, but you must be active on your own LinkedIn. You don't have to sell services. You just share your insights and knowledge, right? Be open to advising people and guiding the community for benefit. You can say this and no employer will have a problem, right? You can build a WhatsApp group where you share free insights on something, right, on cyber security or something, and you'll realize that at viral level something picks up. You could be someone, if maybe you have army background, and you can share ki how corporate people can hire retired or people who quit the army in ops, admin, and other roles, because you have great discipline and all of that, right? So, and everybody wants to hire people from army and armed forces. If you have people regularly engaging with your content, then you know ki demand hai ji. And that regular interaction with that community and seeing what content is clicking and what isn't gives you very deep insights, and you develop understanding what's the problem, what they think, and you can then create a solution. This is free market research. Nobody will teach you, nobody helps you to do it, right? Srinivas Rao, you're a soldier, fantastic. Today it's far easier. And you know how we found out that we wanted to hire somebody in our ops team in a senior position, somebody from armed forces background. Ramanu spoke to his neighbor who was a retired person, and he referred some people. Okay. Now, what that guy didn't know, he referred from his network, but what that guy did not know is he can start a whole service around it, because his network is all army people, retired, including serving. And a lot of people will want to quit army will talk to him ki kya karna chahiye, will we have better options in corporate world. So that guy can start a whole consulting around hiring senior army people in senior and mid-level roles, so that you have a very tight organization. Correct. Correct. Today it is far easier to build distribution, though, because I'm going to open chat. Till here you're getting a sense so many people are ex-defense, right? You can write regularly on social media, you can be on podcast, you can get few quotes in the media, you can build a public website. वो वेबसाइट के लिए, if you are offering services, तो उसके लिए you will need to get a clearance or do it in someone else's name. बता देंगे. Okay. But you should definitely be very active on LinkedIn and X, because it is one of the most powerful platforms. Okay. And people struggle even to write their first LinkedIn post. No problem. We can actually help you with that. Some people feel that they are introverts. How do I share vulnerability and all those emotional stuff, touchy feely stuff? No problem. You share your insights, right? You can still build a social media presence starting from absolute zero. Here is a list of 20 safe ideas for getting started on LinkedIn. Download it, copy paste it, okay, and apply it with GPT. Put one idea inside and tell GPT, help me write a LinkedIn post on it. खुद नहीं लिखेगा वो, पूछेगा what do you do, what is your learning, उसके बाद आएगा. Okay. Your personal brand and online content is your distribution. You can start a WhatsApp community, Telegram community. Don't say good morning and hello. Say 30 days, amazing insights. I will give you for free. Join my community. Right? Do you know how long it took us to make Skill Arbitrage a brand that crosses 1 crore per month in revenue? Not 1 crore per year, 1 crore a month. The first business, 1 crore in 1 year. Skill Arbitrage, take a wild guess. That's the power of distribution. And we also had learning over time, right? Tell me on chat. Take a guess. One great way to test market size is by going all in and trying who's paying, who's not paying, right? Okay. How are you finding it so far? Enjoying? We'll show you now how to find clients, because thoda basics, business building basics was necessary. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to stand out as a high value consultant, and you wouldn't have been able to find out what you can do better than others. Now, if you apply these things, actually, you might even do better in your existing job, because you will see things at a whole new level. Okay, guess 4 months. 4 months is all it took, and that's how fast brands can be built. You don't need to tie up with local shops. I'll tell you one more thing. Take your phone, record a video, post it on social media. Do a live if you want. It doesn't matter घर पे podcast का setup नहीं है. Nobody cares. गाड़ी में जाते हो, right? You go to this, you use Uber or car or something, where, or you will be in the parking lot, there you record. Those are, by the way, getting most traction. You can use Filmora, CapCut, whatever, Descript to edit, auto edit also. They will auto edit. What matters is not how amazing it looks. That is for Amazon and Netflix to make a production quality 8K video, for Samsung to sell a OLED TV for 8 lakhs. That is not for you to share your insights. There the quality and the value and your target audience matters. Okay. Did you saw our ad, right? You saw our ad that was there pitching this bootcamp to you, and then you registered. Do you remember that ad? It was a person talking. We didn't have to create like a Jedi fighting movie. So start a WhatsApp broadcast, Telegram list, and you'll get an understanding of what people are liking, what they are facing. They'll ask you their doubts. Many of them will reach out with their problems. You'll call up somebody and say, you can simply call up 3 friends every day, right? And ask them how are things going, what are they working on, right? What are they doing? Itta pucho, no sales pitch. After that, they will ask you, is it logical that they will ask you what you are doing? You called me and asked, how are you? What are you doing? You will say, hey, this is what I'm working on. And you stop there. You don't have to say 20 things. Don't have to ask for referral. They'll on their own say, Acha, I think I need this first thing myself. Or I have somebody who might value this. Okay, I'll introduce you. Or you might want to speak to this person. He might give you insights. Right? And that is what matters. So you understand, it is not about tools, it's not about superpowers. Can you call up 5 people every day, talk to them what they're doing, and then say, I do this, I'm working on this, checking what SMEs face with respect to green, I don't know, GRC, or clean energy, renewables, whatever. You don't need to be a salesperson or a marketer. We've done it many times now, because every time we launch a new product, a new vertical, a new subdivision, we have to do it from zero, right? So the speed of testing has become faster. Who wants to learn? Now tell me, by the way, even if you don't start a business, you get more recognition. You learn how to implement initiatives in your organization at a whole new level. You might learn automation and AI. You might be immune from all the layoffs that are happening, because you will tell the top leadership, if you fire the management, you still have to do the leader's job. And guess what? I'm already ready for it. Who will track that the kids are doing their job right? Correct? Now, do you see that there is no way to lose? Tell me on chat. You win if you have a business. You don't have to take a risk. If you fail, you still win. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to invest capital. Tell me on chat if this makes sense. Maybe a few headhunters, if they see, what all you're doing, maybe they saw a speech of yours, maybe they saw a guest lecture or a TEDx talk, right? Win on chat if this landed. Then they will offer you, they will hit your inbox and say, Acha, we are looking for hiring. Are you interested? So there is a victory in every direction, right? Most senior professionals who want clients don't post on social media. So your competitors are chup chap, right? They don't share in their personal network what they're doing. Nobody knows, and don't build their personal brand also. One of our students, she was a cyber lawyer. Nobody knew. When she started posting on LinkedIn, then people said, "Oh, I have this problem. This payment fraud happened. This hacking happened." People in her building didn't know. Her parents didn't know her. Then when she started doing this, people in her lift recognized her, right? So it's exceptionally easy for you to build your brand in comparison to somebody who's a kid. And if they are building, if youngsters are building, then why can't you? Right? Another problem senior professionals face is they don't understand the pain points of their target market. They don't have an offer. So what I told you, you start a community. So when they speak, they end up being theoretical, or they'll ask for work and their pitches fall flat. You don't have to do any of this. You just add value in the community. Chota points value. Right? Others hope that work will come to them on its own, but there is no way for clients to find them. Right? You're not like, I don't know, Sone ki Chidiya, or you're not the Kohinoor that Chengiz Khan will come hunting for you, right? So you have to find your client. Where should you start? No capital, no investment, no risk, no quitting your job. You need capital to start a factory or be a farmer, but to build a service business, you need only your head and a client who's there, right? And a phone maybe. So we suggest you start building a community. No need to run ads. You start running ads after you are getting, about a 5 to 10 crore per year business. After that, you run ads, not before. You can write emails, you can write LinkedIn messages, connect with Twitter, people on Twitter, connect with on Insta, we'll show you. And when we started a money recovery startup, case study in called Click Lawyer in 2016, we started money recovery startup. We were calling 5 people, anybody, mentor, friend, somebody from startup community, asking them how they're doing. They'll share their story. They love to talk about themselves, right? Who will say no to talking about themselves? They can go out for a whole day. Then I'll say, then after they finish, they'll say, "Aap kya kar rahe ho?" And we just said what we were working on and what we were learning. Many people have money unrecovered. कहीं ना कहीं पैसा अटका हुआ है. They say, हाँ हाँ इसका भी कटका है, इसका 2 लाख अटका है, इसका 1 करोड़ अटका है. They would all say that. Like, okay, fine, I can do this. Now I'm teaching you the next part. The next part is creating an offer or a solution. Okay, I offered to help them, and I said, see, there is some effort it will take. These are 3 steps. You can pay some advance to show you're committed, 2,000, 5,000, whatever, one small number, or you can even remove this and you'll say, if I have these 3 steps, highly likely to work. If money is recovered, pay me this much. Now, what happens is it's very safe for them. There is little to no cost, or at least nothing to lose if there's failure, and everything to win. And most deals are like that for clients, right? It's a no brainer offer. Then I started charging a small advance for the time that I put in. Guess what were the results? 1 crore per year annual revenue run rate within 7 months. Right? It was growing faster than our education business. But that was our passion. So we stopped this and had to focus on that. But that still was very important. So now we are teaching this to people like you, right? And we didn't even hit the goal of making 5 calls a day. दोस्तों से बात करना है, मेंटर से बात करना है, कनेक्शन से बात करना है, 3 लोग, 5 लोग. There were some days we missed. We can't help it. We were focusing on training business, but the process started and it worked. Tell me on chat, are you liking this? Eventually, we focused on our education business and we are showing you the techniques. You don't need a fancy marketing engine. You don't need to do crazy Insta trends, right? You'll be surprised to know what happens if you simply start sharing insights on LinkedIn twice a week, thrice a week. That's okay, right? Our student was posting about online frauds and she started getting work today. She regularly comes on TV, right? She has a firm, she comes on TV as a consultant, she's published books. It's crazy stuff she's been doing. Okay, people will reach out to you once they know what you are doing, because then the word is out. आपके नाम पे content है, लोग बातें कर रहे हैं, they're reaching out to you. You don't even have to reach out to your clients. And one more thing you can do, this is actually the stepping stone to that. When you're doing this, it's actually not marketing, it is actually sharing your knowledge and insights in a long term way, right? So what you're doing actually is starting to build your personal brand. And when you recognize this, then you can double down on it. It will amplify your credibility exponentially. The youngsters don't have a brand. They can post content, but they cannot have a brand until they create trust, right? So if you provide value and you're in the best position to do that, you can create trust. Now imagine in your area, whatever you're doing, you delivered a TEDx talk or a Josh talk or a guest lecture in your university or appeared on a few podcasts or you got some awards. Kuch nuksan hai. No employer can say anything, right? They'll be proud. Haan, jao bhai, you are working in some risk management and you get an award from somewhere. They'll be like, very good, you go and deliver a talk in an ISB or an IIM or even your own alma mater on that. Recording kar diya, you got a clip shared on Insta, no problem. They'll recognize you as an expert on the subject, right? That is the fun. And we'll show you how to do this TEDx talk itself tomorrow. I delivered a TEDx talk in Jan this year. I'll show you the whole process. Complete teardown will tell you, right? Krishna Prasad. Okay, numerology, mythology. People are selling stuff on that. That works very well. You could become an advisor to startup or an e-cell. Your college might have an e-cell. You could go there once in a while, contribute to people. There are many things you can do to build your personal brand. We'll give you a lowdown on that. Okay, but this is 100% safe before launching business. If you build a community and a personal brand, this is the best. Okay, this is the safest way to start out small. Okay, for me, now I'm moving on. Now the market for us has changed from time to time. Now we are working with people like you, mid or senior level professionals with expertise, skills and experience who want to launch their own consulting business or startup. You can share if you came up with a new target market after listening to all of this. But I told you that process of community building and posting cannot be short circuited. Okay, short circuit mein hoga, you will learn there also. Okay, today I understand the fear, insecurity, doubt and aspiration you may experience when building something of your own, because from age 23 to now, which is 37, I have been doing this and I understand the risks that are involved, right? And we are people helping people like you to recreate that process of discovering a target market, designing your offering, whether it's a product or service, while building that distribution. And it's easier than ever. We had to work countless late nights with our co-founders, with our teams, but now you can do it alone, at least initially, in 10 times less time. You know why? Very, very easy. You have AI co-pilots. You can do market research, create your website, brochures, build products, create distribution, much easier with a lot more certainty. Now, the good news is we are going to help you to with some demos, but I don't want you to get hooked only to the demo key, because each one of you is from a different area. You can do different things, right? I want you to understand the big picture. You don't have to learn how to edit photos or write emails, build a mailing list. None of that. AI can help you to do that. You don't have to learn how to make ads, don't have to be an ace writer. As long as you know what is the value to be delivered, right? You can create a course or start a consulting service, and certain AI co-pilots can help you to do the work. And you can even automate the work if you like by later on building AI agents around that. And nobody is teaching that. Okay, because you only know what work you do. You have to write it down, then you have to ensure that it works, then you have to create an automation, but that is the last thing. 1 करोड़ 2 करोड़ के ऊपर उसके बाद देखेंगे, अभी नहीं चाहिए, right? You don't even have to go looking for a co-founder to get started. Now the important question is what kind of clients you should work for, where should they be, Indian, international. We're going to show you some live client finding demos, some live pitching demos. All right, Sagar, over to you.
All right, great, Abhidhay. Thank you for creating such a powerful context. I'm just sharing my screen. Give me a moment, everyone. All right, so now what we're going to create with you is, and I'm sure you have this question in your mind. You can tell me if you have this question in your mind. What kind of clients should you work for? Should you work for Indian clients or should you work for international clients? What do you think? Tell me in the chat. See, that has to be your choice. But let me tell you what the Zoho founder, Sridhar Vembu, famously said. He said it is easier to earn a dollar than to earn a rupee. Wow. Isn't that amazing? He was talking about selling softwares though. But we have proved that since 2020 that this is true for services businesses as well. And why is that the case? Why is it true for service business? And what is true? That it is easier to earn a dollar than to earn a rupee in the services business. And this actually happened. The transformation actually happened after 2020. Do you know what happened in 2020? Anybody can tell me in the chat? What happened in 2020? Yes, very good. COVID happened in 2020. Excellent. Because the services cost a lot in the advanced economies like US, UK, Canada, Singapore, Europe, Dubai. The services cost a lot more than what it costs in India. If it is something that can be done remotely from India, they would love to have it from India because it costs much less than what it costs in their own country. Then you can actually beat all the local service providers in those countries and get that work by offering 10 times more cheaper prices. And yet you are making more money than you would make by working for Indian clients. It is a win-win for both. They are getting a much cheaper price and you are getting a much higher price. Isn't that great? And of course, you all know this was the reason behind the growth of BPO industry. Then why would, what is new about it? BPOs are already doing that. This is what is new about it. BPOs could only be used by the largest corporations, which is the top 5% of the businesses. BPOs could only manage to handle the business from the top 5%, which is the largest of the corporations. The small businesses, startups, SMEs could not ever just go to a BPO because they did not have the volume to support that. They had small volume of work, not a large volume of work that they can give it to a BPO. So those are your potential clients, the small businesses. They became less competitive at that time compared to large businesses that they were heavily outsourced. The large businesses were heavily outsourced. So they were getting services done by the Indian and the BPOs at a cheaper cost. But the smaller businesses couldn't afford that, couldn't have that much volume of business. But then things changed after pandemic. That's where 2020 comes in. And that's the right answer that many of you gave me. Most of these businesses, the small ones, were forced to learn to work remotely with people. Before 2020, before pandemic, people did not have the concept of working remotely. They didn't understand much of it. They thought it's not easy or it's not, the quality of work will not be good. But in pandemic, for about 2 years, people did not come to office, but still the work was getting done. Even the quality work was getting done. This made them realize that a good part of their work actually can be done by remote workers from developing countries. And India definitely is a developing country with lot of high skilled workers available in India. Indians have been taking advantage of this trend, and some of them are even college kids who are taking advantage of this. We'll show you some extraordinary examples of that. You see this example, one of the posts that you can see here. This person, Alok, he's a college student. He says, 6 a.m. in Bhopal, sunrise streams through my windows as I deeply code to serve 5,000 kilometers away in Tokyo. I deploy code in that serves 5,000 kilometers away in Tokyo. So he's deploying codes for a Tokyo-based company. And he's just 20 years old. He says, at 20, I'm building software for a Japanese company I've never visited in a language I don't speak from my town in central India, which is in Bhopal. And here is how a day in my life looks like. That's what he posts. College kids are doing that. Alok further posts, a day begins at 6 a.m. while most of the Bhopal is still waking up. Since Japan is 3.5 hours ahead, this early start gives me a perfect window to sync with my Tokyo-based team. If college students can do it, why can't you? For sure, you can do it too. Here are a few examples of your target clients in advanced economies. Who are your target clients? You can take a screenshot of this if you want. Small businesses, which is SMEs, service business agent and agencies, professionals who are working in the US or other advanced economies or running small business firms in those economies. Other wealthy and successful people, small investors, maybe angel investors, high potential startups. All of them are your potential target clients. Now, listen to this. There are nearly 35 million small businesses as per the US Small Business Administration Office of Advocacy. We are sharing these links with you where you can see the source of this information. 1.22 million small businesses in Canada, 5.5 million in the UK. These are huge numbers. You can see this McKinsey and Company article. It says across the 16 countries we examine, micro and small and medium enterprises account for 2/3 of businesses and business employments in advanced economies. 2/3 of business employments are MSMEs, micro and small medium enterprises. Another article from CNBC says the UK is good at nurturing startups, but it struggles to help them scale up. That means what? That they have a lot of startups, but they don't have the talent, the kind of talent which is required to scale up. So they need remote workers. Another article says CEE, which is Central and Eastern Europe, has 3,800 venture capital backed startups. Too little or too enough? They are quite a bit, by the way, 3,800. Another one says from the seed to success, 35 plus accelerator programs transforming Europe startups. Accelerators are organizations who fund these startups. So the startup market is growing in Europe and other developing nations. Another one says EU launches strategy to become a startup powerhouse. So all these sources are telling us that startups and small businesses are huge in number. A huge number of new business applications are also filed every year in all these advanced economies. See this Forbes report. It says why Dubai has become a huge draw for entrepreneurs. UAE startups raised $541 million in first half of 2025, with fintech leading at $265 million. Wow. The Economic Times says UAE seeks to increase number of startups. So it is growing everywhere in the advanced economies. The number of small businesses and the startups are growing like anything. Just give me 1 minute. All right. So they are comfortable with remote work. That you should know. Now in 2025, after the pandemic has gotten over and people have gotten used to it, used to working remotely, they are now comfortable to work remotely, but do not know how to find the right local talent cost effectively. That is one challenge they face. Now there is a talent shortage also in major economies. This is another piece of information that you should be aware of. One, there is a big boom of small businesses and startups all over the major economies. And number two, there is a big talent shortage. I'll tell you why. You see this article from Access Group. It says the UK continues to face significant skill shortages, with 62% of organizations reporting difficulties in finding workers with the right skills. According to the Open University's Business Barometer 2024, while this figure shows a slight improvement from 73% in 2023, still there are 62% of organizations who are finding difficulty in finding the right workers and the right talent. That is the kind of shortfall which is there in those advanced economies. Look at Japan. Japan experiencing a highest skill shortage in Asia. And all these articles are sourced from verified places. They need expertise and consulting services to grow faster and stay on the cutting edge. So they need your support and you need theirs. Irrespective of the sector, the problems these small businesses and startups face are all common. Those are around sales, marketing, distribution, delivery, operations, automation, finance, building high-powered teams, etc. So the problems all these startups are facing, be it in India, be it in Canada, Dubai, UK, US, they are facing similar problems. And many of you are wondering, why will a foreign client want to work with me? How many of you have this question? I don't even have international experience. Why would a foreign client work with me? Anybody has this kind of question? Okay, you mark everyone, please. The chat is open. Okay, got it. A lot of people are saying yes. I got that. And that's a very valid question, right? Let me create that for you. Let me answer that for you. While you can work with Indian clients as well, you means each one of you, working with international clients can be far more rewarding due to the unbeatable cost advantage that you have in comparison to consultants who live in their own home jurisdictions. So it's as I said, a win-win for both. For the advanced economies, they are getting cheaper price if they're getting the services done through remote work from India. And you are getting a much higher price than what you get paid in India. So it's a win-win for both. Now the question is, how can you get that kind of work? Of course, you need to learn the skills. So we're going to tell you three things. One is you need to learn the right skills. You need to know how to do track record building. Track record building means your credibility with them. And third is how to do outreach, reaching out to the right people. If you have these three things, then success is almost guaranteed. Of course, you need to put in the hard work. So thanks to the remote work revolution, sitting right here in India, You could work for small businesses, local agencies, professionals, services, and startups in developed countries like US, UK, Canada, Europe, Japan, Singapore, and Dubai, and even Australia. Maybe your local employers or your boss in India is against remote work, and so are large global companies. But they are already benefiting from talent arbitrage by setting up MNCs, global capability centers in India. They are like BPOs, KPOs. Those large organizations are already benefiting from those BPOs and KPOs. They may not like remote work, but they are using the services. However, global small businesses, SMEs, service businesses, professionals, and startups cannot set up their GCCs or give work to KPOs, as I already explained why, because they don't have high volume of work. So they are looking for individuals, they are looking for professionals, freelancers who can do the work for them. So they go for remote workplaces because they have no other option. They can't pay high prices to their own professionals in US, UK, Dubai, etc. And they don't have volume of work that they can give it to BPO, KPO. So they are looking for you. Advanced economies are going to face its biggest talent shortage ever due to its restrictive immigration policies, aging population, etc. So there are two big things happening. One, they need that kind of support, and second, there is talent shortage within their countries. So here are some of the industries and sectors internationally that will hire the most freelancers in 2025. So let's look at these industries. Are you interested in knowing which industries will make and the sectors internationally will make the biggest difference, can be your biggest potential customers? You can take screenshot of this if you want. Okay, I'm going to share it with you now. IT and software development, finance and accounting, human resources, healthcare, digital marketing, business development, sales, legal services, e-commerce and retail, engineering and research and development, data science and analytics, cybersecurity, supply chain and logistics, content creation, content writing, real estate, project and product management, education and e-learning. All of them are in high demand for work. Creative and design, which includes UX, UI, graphics, animation, manufacturing and industry, media and communication, hospitality and tourism, environmental and sustainability consulting. All these sectors are in high demand. And this is just a selected list. There are many others too. Now, SMEs struggle to hire locally as local talents cost 3 to 10 times more in these economies. And in many cases, there is a talent shortage. So these two reasons send them here, send them towards developing economies like India. Plus, they are used to working remotely already since the pandemic now. And they must stay competitive with the larger players. So they must hire people remotely. Their only option to do this is to hire remote workers. And that is your opportunity. If they are already used to working remotely with local consultants and advisors, why will they not hire you? Why will they not work with you from India if you know how to do the work? That is the question. You should know how to do the work and you should be able to reach out to them. If you can do these three things, you learn the skills, you mostly have already the skills. The expertise of sales, if I'm a salesperson for last 20 years or 10 years, I have those skills. Or if I'm a data scientist in India, I have those skills. So my skills are already, my expertise is already with me. But yes, there may be some skill that I need to learn. And then first thing is skills. Second is your track record building exercises. How do you build up your credibility with them that yes, you know the work? And third is outreach, reaching out to the right people. So we'll teach you though all those three things, how you can create them within this boot camp and how you can create a whole roadmap around that. Remote work is a game changer for professionals from India because we have a massive cost advantage over the rest of the world. Now, forget remote work. Many of these countries are encouraging full fledged migration also. Wow, that is an opportunity as well. You see this Japan experiencing the highest skill shortage in Asia. I've already shared this. Japan expands drive to attract Indian tech talent amid shortage of skilled workers. They are wanting people to join them there. The MNCs have actually spotted this and they are setting up global capability centers to take advantage of this since the 1990s. Yes, MNCs have been doing BPOs. You know, the BPO industry has been flourishing since 1990s, 2000, 2010, throughout. India states, another article says Indian states race to attract MNCs with new GCCs. A lot of Indian states are actually attracting these MNCs and GCCs to come and build their organizations, their setup in their states, because that's a booming business. But why earn an Indian salary when you can actually earn in dollars, maybe in euros, in pounds, 3 to 5 times more than what you're getting in India, and have a cost advantage if you work directly with US, UK, Canada, Europe, Japan, Singapore, and Dubai clients from where you live, maybe in Meerut, Dhule, Lucknow, wherever you are. You can work from your home and earn in euros, earn in pounds, earn in dollars. Now the question is, what do you do? What is your access? What part of their business can you help to automate or offshore? That's what we want to learn at this stage. Ready for this? Are you following? Did you get so far that the opportunity is real and it is big? And now we are moving ahead and learning forward that what part of their business can you help to automate or offshore? So
Agar
very
there are options you can ask quickly, and we can also share. You all can
yeah,
share, mention on chat what area it is, huh? We'll run through a quick list, and then we will show you a live demonstration. Ready? Excited for the demo?
great.
Yeah.
You can tell us which of these do you do. There's a whole list. You may be in sales, maybe marketing, IT. If you are in this, you can say your own department, your own domain. Maybe DevOps, cybersecurity, project management, law, CACS, even HR, compliance, tax, finance, bookkeeping, operations, product development, HR and recruitment, management, customer service, lead generation, content writing. Here is the point. No matter what you do today, and most of you are writing in the chat, I can completely get that. No matter what you do today, as a job in an Indian company, you can do the same profitably for foreign SMEs, startups, professional service firms, and eventually mid market companies and build your own service business. That is the point. Because all these services are required by those small businesses as well. Correct? I'll give you one small example. I'm a life coach and business coach. I have a lot of clients in India. And when I learned the skills and learned the outreach skills and my, how to build my personal brand, how to go out and market myself from the skills I learned here, I advanced into Dubai. I have businesses now. I have clients now in US, UK, Dubai, Australia. These 4 countries added in my list, and they are paying me 3 times more than what my Indian clients pay me. Just an example. So no matter what you do, more important is that you can reach out to them and give your professional services to those clients who are sitting there in those advanced economies, which will give you 5 times more income. And of course, there is much lower competition for you in the international arena. You probably have a ton of valuable insights to give them. You can help a lot of business problems for them to solve. However, the pain point of these clients will be different from kind of work that you do every day in your organization. So it will be very important for you to identify the right pain points and the solution that they need. Once you identify the pain point, you are good to go. By the way, here are a few chat GPT prompts that you can use to discover pain points of your ideal clients. I'm sharing it with you, and we are also giving this to you as a link. You can go through it in detail later on and read it and learn it. This is what we have created for you. I'll just make it a little bigger. ChatGPT prompts for customer pain points research. 90% of creators, business owners, and service providers guess what their audience wants. Intuition doesn't always work. Here is an alternative way. Want to know how to conduct research on your target customers' problems? Use these prompts and use AI, use ChatGPT. Now, these prompts are, for example, the day in life, the day in a
Sagar,
life.
I have shown this once.
I
and
get
it's very relevant here, so we'll share the link, but we will
correct.
also move on.
Okay.
And yeah, and we'll show some demos. How many of you are excited? You can continue from here only, and we'll soon have the demo also.
All right. Perfect. So, guys, how many of you are excited learning this? And we are moving on. You can say yes on the chat if you're excited. All right. Now that you have some understanding of how to reduce the risk, identify your niche and pain points, let me show you how to find potential clients. Interested in that? Yes or no? I will show you how to pitch also. What to pitch. So there are three strategies that you can use. You can take a screenshot of this if you want. Number one strategy is use freelance platforms. Which are the freelance platforms? There are Upwork, there is Fiverr, there is People Para. There are a lot of freelance platforms where a lot of freelancers go and they search for work. Work is being provided by customers online. And I'll show it to you today itself. I'll show it to you how to give an example of Upwork. We'll show it to you. Another way, another strategy is LinkedIn, social media, AI tools like Apollo.io. We'll show them also to you. Then another one is SME and local business directories like Y Combinator, Clutch, Owler, etc. So these are directories which are online available where you can find these potential customers. You can reach out to them and pitch to them. Maybe you can send 10 pitches in a day if you want. We'll show you how to pitch, what to pitch, and how to find these potential customers online right now as a demo. So, how to reach out to global startups and pitch your services? Let's create that. So, have you heard of organizations like Y Combinator? How many of you have heard of Y Combinator? You can say yes or no on the chat. Or Techstars. Okay, some of you have heard, some of you not. Shark Tank. I'm sure a lot of you would have heard Shark Tank. Now, which are these organizations? They are called accelerators or incubators. What do? They fund high potential startups. Yes, they give funding to these startups. Why do they give fundings? Because when they invest this money, fund the startups, if they find them potential, they do analysis, research, everything about that startup. If they find it potential, good business potential, they invest their money, and later on, when the startup grows, their money also grows. Right? So you can actually reach out to these accelerators in US, UK, other countries, Canada, Europe, and you can actually connect their startup founders through the accelerators. I'll just show it to you how you can do that. You can write to them, you can find them on LinkedIn, Twitter, and then you can even find them through their websites, and then you can pitch. So let me give you a few examples, okay? So let me show you Y Combinator, for example. So Y Combinator is one of the largest accelerators in the world. It's based in US. So a lot of their startups are in the US. I'll show you other countries also. Let me start with Y Combinator. So this is the website. You just simply type ycombinator.com, go to this website page. You see here companies, go to startup directory here. Click here, and then you see this page of startup directory opening up. There are thousands of startups available on Y Combinator website, for example. Now, I have a question. So let me show you first. Airbnb, have you heard of Airbnb? This was funded by Y Combinator when it began. Have you heard of Dropbox? Even this was funded by Y Combinator when it started. So a lot of startups which have been already funded by Y Combinator. Now, there is on left hand side, there are these filters. So tell me, will you want to pitch to new and small startups or big and old startups? Which one do you think will be more high potential for you? New and small? So if you think new and small, then you should write NS on the chat. And if you think old and big, then you should write OB. Which one do you think? Very good. Very good. Everybody is writing except for one or two people. Mostly everybody is writing new and small. That's perfect. Why? Because the new startups need maximum help. They are the ones who need your help, and they will be the first ones to say yes to you. And their budgets are also small, so they can't afford, professionals from their own country. So they are the highest high potential for you. So here in the filter, you can choose the latest batches, means the newest. Then if you go down further, you can choose the industry. Which industry do you want to look for startups in? Then you see here, Europe, South Asia, Latin America, Southeast Asia, America, Canada. You can choose the country also. So we'll just choose right now the latest batches, and we will go to one of them so that I can show it to you how you can reach out to their founders. So let's go to Patent Watch. Let's go to Patent Watch. Okay. You see here about the startup. It was founded in 2025. Team size is just 2 people. Status active, location Toronto in Canada. Wow. If you go down a bit, you can read about the startup. Okay. And then here you'll see active founders, Alexander Stroh, and his LinkedIn profile. Let's go to his LinkedIn profile. So here you have reached Alexander Stroh's LinkedIn page. Amazing, right? You can read about him. You can understand what he does, what kind of work he's doing, what kind of activities he's doing, experiences, everything. You can read about him. And then if you want to pitch to him, how you write to him, you go here to the message tab. If there's an arrow on the left here, that means his message box is open. Just click here and you can type a whole message out here for Alexander and it'll reach his inbox. Amazing, simple, easy, doable. Guys, if you find this easy and doable, please write ED on the chat. And is this amazing? Amazing, right? So simple to reach out to the founder of a startup which has already been funded by one of the largest accelerators in the world, and the startup is in Canada. Simple. I'll show you another way to reach out to such startups, startup founders. Very good. There's another one. For example, we have Techstars. Have you heard of Techstars? Now, Techstars, you see here, techstars.com. Simply go to techstars.com and here goes to startups on the top. Let me open it freshly for you. Hold on. techstars.com. This is also a accelerator. Okay. Let's go to techstars.com. This page will open up. And when this page will open up, you can read about it if you want. Go to startups here, and here go to, when you reach startups, go to portfolio. And this page will open up with all the startups portfolios here. Again, there is a filter on the left-hand side. You can choose which industry, you can choose which sector, which country, how old these startups, which year you want. For sure, you need to choose, again, as I said, new ones. So let's choose between 2023 and 2025. So they are which year, starting year and which year to which year, 2023, 2025. Now, this has been filtered. And as I said, there are other filters also available. Let me just close this. You see here, other filters are also available. Vertical networks, then $1 billion plus companies. We don't want those companies, we want smaller ones. And then you can also look at Africa, America, Asia, Europe, Middle East. See, America has the maximum number of startups, then Europe has the second largest, Middle East has quite a few, Asia has quite a few. So you can choose whichever you want. Let's say we want to choose Europe. Okay. And then let's go to any one of them. All these 270 companies. Let's go to one of them. Let's go to Cyrus and go to its LinkedIn profile. When you read Cyrus's LinkedIn profile, you can read about it. What do they do? XYZ, everything. Now you see here, message tab is not open. So go to these 3 dots, send a message. Okay, now it will choose which person you want to send a message to. Director, AI adoption in education. You can choose any one of them and you can send a message to this person. Easy and doable, guys. Tell me in the chat.
On third day, we will tell you on Monday if you have to target decision makers, how do you do that at scale, okay? But not today. Just first today understand. In B2B, you need a decision maker. In B2C, you need the person themselves, right? You understand difference in B2B and B2C. I had explained earlier briefly. Okay, so is this good? Now, what we mean to say is that we'll share a link also. There are 2,100 publicly, freely listed accelerators all over the world. Even India has 3 lakh plus startups, but India you can do for initial track record, because sometimes companies in your neighborhood, you might be able to help them. Good to build your initial track record. At least pain points you will understand, and often many pain points are similar, like a project management pain point for an Indian startup and a US startup or a European startup will be similar. It won't be different. So to that extent, you can use your track record there also. For Indian startup, you can use in international arena also. Okay. All right. Now, how to check their credibility? These are actually at gold standard, world renowned accelerators. not just the startup, the accelerator itself. So they have done already all the screening. Okay. And it is not possible to get better clients than this. Even on freelance platforms, you will not get as good client as you will find directly, because this is a tech stars is world renowned. Sam Altman was a partner at Y Combinator. You know, Sam Altman, founder of Chat GPT, right? So that kind of people have been there. Paul Graham is a startup guru. Every accelerator today, every e-cell today, they follow कि भाई Y Combinator जो करता है हम वैसा बनाएंगे. Okay. All right. Now we will send you a sample pitch. Some of you who wrote cold emails did not get response because it was a cold, boring, non-personalized email. So we're going to send you a nice email format which you can send. But it helps if you go one more step deeper and you personalize it into a problem that they might be facing. Okay. But first you see this, even this will be better than a generic cold email. All right, Sagar.
All right, perfect. So now I'm going to show you what to pitch. You can take a screenshot of this if you want, okay? Here is what you can write to these startup founders. You can create many kind of messages based on your prior experience. Of course, depends on what industry you are from, which sector you are from, and what kind of experience you have. I'm giving you a one general one, but then you can make a changes according to your own industry. Hi, David. For example, the name of the founder is David. I'm a senior professional in India with 15 years of experience in so and so area of work. And I love to help entrepreneurs like you to grow their business. For your venture to truly have the impact that you desire, you may need to and then mention what they need to do. For example, have error free software, clean and intuitive UI, product roadmap executed on time, DevOps talent, hire the right kind of talent, have watertight operations and delivery, have a driven sales team, etc. Depending on what you do and what service you can provide. Okay. I can help you with so and so. Then you mention the key tasks that you can provide for them so that you can achieve so and so result. Specific results has to be mentioned in the mail. I would I'd love to go on a call and explore how you can achieve small milestone. Give them a milestone which they can achieve in 7 days. I'm not expecting any remuneration for this. All I want in exchange is your positive review on my LinkedIn or Upwork profile. If you like my work, would you like to jump in on a Zoom call to discuss this further? Excuse me. Just hit a yes and let me know, and I will share a couple of time slots. Cheers and your name. How did you like the pitch? Interesting? Do you think it'll work? Yes or no? Now, this kind of message gets them to have an easy understanding of how you can help them and also start the conversation by just saying a yes rather than think of complex things. You are right now inviting them for a Zoom call, 15 minutes. That's it. You're not expecting them to commit anything right now. And on when you get that Zoom call opportunity, that's when you get one on one with that startup founder. That is your opportunity to be really effective and pitch what your services you provide and how it can help them in their startup. In some cases, you might be able to sign up for a free demo and add a line such as I'll tell you what a free demo is. For example, you go to one of these startup founders, you search on their website, and you find a free demo. Free demo is sometimes you go to the website, there is a okay, come for a trial class, come for to take this product or service free demo. So if go and actually take that demo free. When you get that demo, you will understand what the product and service is like. So you can add this kind of line in your pitch. In fact, I just signed up for a free demo for so and so product or service, and I identified a couple of things that you can improve right away and notice results in next 2 weeks. Mention if you have already been working on these problems in your existing job for your employer or other clients without naming them. I have already done this for Indian companies so in so and so industry, and they mention the results. For example, scaled their operations, achieved Six Sigma, or any other goal that they achieved. Including such statements will exponentially increase your chance of getting on that Zoom call. So here are examples of professional specific pitches that you can download. I'm sharing this link. Okay, Noshina has just shared this link. I'm showing it to you on the screen, not going in detail, but this is so important. Like I gave you examples of two pitches, we are giving you in your hands so many other messages for different industries. Amazing, right? If you're a product manager, what kind of pitch can you send? If you are a UI UX professional, what kind of pitch you can send? I'll just share this with you so that you can understand what I mean. Congratulations on launching your app. I just took a free trial and created a report capturing a few frictions in the user interface, which, if tweaked, might reduce user drop off and increase your active users. Now, similarly, there are so many pitches for different industries and sectors. Helpful? Helpful for you? Okay, we are sharing this as a link. All these resources are for you, for your career, so that you boom in your career. Like, it's extraordinary results you're causing in your career. Just give me a second. I'm opening my chat again. All right. Helpful, guys. Tell me in the chat. Is this good? Do you like what you see? Awesome. So, if you are a professional looking for work opportunities that involve no technical or specialized skills, you can write a simple message like this, where you don't need any technical skills. If you are, maybe you're just a graduate and you want to get into freelance work, simple things. Hi, hi David, for example. I'm a senior professional with so and so years of experience in area of so and so area of work, who is deeply engaged in the startup ecosystem and would love to support your startup in any way that I can. I can help you to save at least 3 hours per day that you spend on administrative tasks on a day-to-day basis. Wow, 3 hours per day they can save because of your services. They'll be interested in listening to you. Automate your processes so you can save time and money. Grow faster and deliver better results to your users. Get you featured on top podcasts. A lot of people love this, by the way, around the world, and help build your own podcast that will get the word out about amazing work that you're doing. Keep your blog updated with latest information and grow your inbound inquiries massively. Build and run an MIS so that you have visibility of your organization's productivity and progress on important goals. Set up a project management system such that your organization is running effectively in a remote environment. Assist you with managing CRM. Managing a CRM, research and writing, content marketing, community building, and writing white papers. All of these things don't need technical skills, by the way. You can use AI tool to do all these things. And then you can list more things that you can do for them. All I want in exchange is a positive review on my LinkedIn or Upwork profile if you like my work. I can give you a detailed plan in 15 minutes. Just hit a yes and let me know, and I'll share a couple of time slots for a Zoom call. How is this one? Did you like it, guys? Tell me in the chat. Did you love it? Yes or no? Okay, great. I can see a lot of you saying great, yes. If you have done past work for any startup or organization, include the results in your pitch, the result that you produce for any other organization or any other startup, or even it's an Indian company, no problem. The Zoom call is like a first date. The CEO is enticed by all these promises. So they will talk to you to check how much you can actually do and if you know your stuff on that Zoom call. So if you speak well during the interview, you can easily land your first remote job internationally. Wow. Even for Upwork proposals, remember to include several such statements that showcase relevant results that you produced in the past. Reach out to startups that are not already big. We already spoke about this, right? Maybe pre-series A, under 20 members. They are new and small startups. These startups badly need help, and any help is welcome. And then you spread your bets by helping several such startups. When they raise more investments, more money, they grow bigger, they will rely on you, as they will be hungry for people they can trust and rely. While the US continues to be the top destination for global startups expanding internationally, there are other regions who have also emerged as powerful startup ecosystems. Not just US, even Germany, China, Singapore, Israel, Japan, UK, and of course India are home to thriving startup communities with large numbers of early stage ventures. There are total of, we already shared this list, 2,100 plus accelerators all over the world. We've shared this on the chat. Keep this, use it, and make benefits for your career. Let us show you a demo of how to find startups. Okay, we've already done this. So let me now create for you. Some of you may think US is less attractive now. No, that's not the case. US is very attractive even now. I'm sure you must be wondering, why not? What if the US imposes offshoring taxes? Have you heard of offshoring taxes? Like taxes being charged, the tariff being
There
charged
is
on.
basically media doing a lot of hullabaloo, and people are worried that is this going to be bad for Indian IT and offshoring industry, right? So that is what we are addressing. A lot of people know that this is not valid or will not get passed, but and many people know that ये सब करते रहते हैं वो पहले. But we are telling you still so that you don't have any worry in your background कि भाई US में tension है, नहीं है. Lot of halla gulla is happening at the media level. We will give you an objective lowdown right now. Okay, will that help you? So basically, the world is your oyster, and even US is part of that. All right. Okay, Sagar.
All right, perfect. So many of you would have heard of Hire Act or H-1B visa shock, which Indian people have gotten just a week back. Time for Indian IT industry to look within for reforms. Let's address this. Some of you may have seen the news about new US policies, especially the Hire Act, HIRE Act, proposing a 25% extra tax on offshoring. Offshoring means offshoring the work to remote workers. 25% tax on that. Let's address this. Right now, it is just a proposal which is tabled by minority politician, Senator Brenny Moreno. That's the name of the senator who's from the minority politician. The chances of it getting passed in Congress are very, very low. That's number one. It has not even been introduced as a bill, likely serving as a temporary politician appeal and attention grabbing stunt. That is what it is. It is an attention grabbing stunt and a temporary political appeal. Nothing more than that right now. You can see here, there were a lot of such, lot of such announcement made earlier also in the past. See here, 2004 offshoring ban attempt was made. It failed. There's all in the US. Obama era, what happened? Outsourcing rhetoric was made in 2009, 2012. That also didn't go through. Then Trump hire American executive order 2017 didn't get through. So all these kind of attempts have been made in the past also. You can see these are all articles from Finance Story. Even if it does get passed, let's talk about the worst case scenario. US senior professional cost 5 times more than Indian senior professionals. How much times more? 5 times more. That means 500% extra cost for US professionals. Even if they add 25% extra tax on Indian professionals, that will be 1.25x. And they are already sitting at 5x. So which one is still more cheaper? Indian talent. Where it is just 25% extra cost, that is 500 times 500% extra cost. So even if it get passed, it will not make a difference because the cost difference will be still much more than what it is right now.
Did you understand? Indian 100 rupee service, 25% tax. Okay, 125 bucks. Hire for the same thing in Canada, sorry, in US will cost how much? 500 bucks. So what is cheaper? If it gets passed, that is. If all their dreams come true. 500 is cheaper or 125 is cheaper? So you understand why the media scare is happening. And this has been tried and failed all the time. Even if it goes through, nothing is going to happen significantly. Really, nothing is going to happen. Clear? Party? You can write on chat. We'll move.
All right, perfect. So, guys, tell me, are you excited? So far, we have been creating with you the opportunity. First, we created the crisis. Then, we created the whole big opportunity, the huge market which is available internationally. Then, we created with you how to reach out to them. What are the easiest ways? And there's so many easy ways to reach out to them. And now we are creating with you that opportunity is not going anywhere. The taxes, tariff, anything will not stop this opportunity. Are you excited so far? Whatever we've created, tell me in the chat. Write excited and mark everyone, please. Quickly, we have a lot of things to teach you. Excited and mark everyone. Thank you. So you can try that pitch out. You can send that, non-technical skills pitch to US startup founders if you want. Take it as an assignment from me. Share with at least 5 people, maybe on the through Y Combinator, Techstars. So many of them I showed you, right? Remember that if you do a bad job when you get a chance, clients will not like it. This strategy only works when you can deliver results and not waste their time. So, how can you ensure that you are in a position to deliver the results? You have to learn how to do the work, of course. What kind of work can you do for such SMEs and startups? Please tell me in the chat, what kind of work can you do for such SMEs and startups who are sitting in UK, US, Canada, Dubai, Singapore, Europe? What kind of work can you do for them? IT services, very good. Okay, provide legal assistance. Okay, good. Sales and marketing, very good. ERP, got it. ISO, very good. With logistics and distribution services, manpower supply, tech assistance. Okay, very good. Finance, CAE, project management, operation, business management, operations, UX, UI, very good. Environmental services, fabulous. There's so many, whatever your expertise is, you can provide that service remotely also. That is the point. All right. So don't worry if you are unable to craft such messages. You can use AI to craft them as long as you know the ingredients of a successful message. That is the point. And we've given you all the different examples of those messages. So, what is the format? What is the crafting of it? This is the, you can take a screenshot of this if you want. Number one, always acknowledge the achievement of the potential client. Find something, read about them, research about them a little bit, and acknowledge them for their achievement. They would love it. Jump to the main point. Don't flatter them. Of course, flatter them, but don't flatter too much also. Validate how you discovered that pain point. Any specific research on the potential client, mention that. Then explain how you can solve it for them, how you can solve the business problem for them, and what results the potential client can experience within 7 days, maybe. End the promise of a meaningful milestone that can be achieved in short period like 7 to 10 days. Let the potential client know an easy way to revert to you. Example, hit a yes so that you can get back to them. Is it difficult? Yes or no? Absolutely not. It is the easiest way to pitch. So let me show you a few more examples of professionals from different industries who achieved this. These are all our students, by the way. Sujata Rathod, an IT professional, secured 7 clients based in New York, US, UK, Ukraine, and earned more than 4,000 US dollars. You know how much that is? Close to 4 lakh rupees within 6 months by just charging $3 per hour in the beginning. And now she is charging $20 per hour. Another example, Aarti Ankush Shinde, a project manager, secured more than 24 clients from Ukraine, US, Canada, India, Thailand, etc. She is earning more than 70,000 rupees per month by just working 5 days per hour, and weekends are off. So, by doing freelance work, you get more work life balance. You can cater to domestic clients as well if you solve the right problems with a strong offer, like Amir Ahmed Khan did. He's also a student, a digital marketing and social media consultant, started his consulting business, helping women and entrepreneurs in Mumbai take their businesses online. He's earning more than 1 lakh rupee per month for a 2 to 3 hour workday. That is it. He just works 2 to 3 hours on his freelance work and earns more than 1 lakh rupees as additional income. Amazing, right? You would love to have that for yourself. Here is an Indian finance professional who was working in an MNC in Kenya, who got consulting projects around writing, financial consultancy, exceeding 1 lakh US dollars from his freelance work. You know how much that is in Indian rupees? 88 lakh rupees. Wow, from freelance work, 88 lakh rupees, close to a crore. His name is Ramesh Chandran Vedali, has earned more than 1 lakh US dollars from multiple international clients and currently has several ongoing contracts to be completed. He is one of the several learners who have hit $100,000 earnings just on Upwork. And he got this earnings only on Upwork, by the way, one platform. So outside Upwork, he's earning more. Another example of someone who's a student who's got this $100,000 mark earnings on Upwork. Lucknow based service business owner. Her name is Meghna. She's from Lucknow, but currently residing in Mumbai. She has, this is her Upwork profile, by the way. $100,000 total earnings. This is 100,000 plus. So it is not just 100,000, it's more than that. Total of 195 jobs done, 3,469 total hours she spent, top rated plus on Upwork. This is what she writes on her Upwork profile. Thank you, Abhyuday Agarwal, Ramanuj Mukherjee, Priyanka Karwa. Thank you for everything. Even smart college students are able to build their own businesses this way. And this is so damn easy. Like Sajal Kushwaha did. He is a second year college student from Bhopal, graduated in 2024. When he joined us, he was a second year student and now runs an agency of his own. He's earning 8,000 US dollars plus per month. You know how much that is? Close to 8 lakh rupees a month. He has 12 employees working under him, a college graduate. Can you imagine? A young boy, maybe 22, 23 years old. Over time, he has built
Hi,
1 crore.
Sagar. Hi, sorry to interrupt. Can you reload your PPT?
I'll just do that. Sure, thank you. Over time, he has built 1 crore per year consultancy business. And he has now bought a house in Indore, gifted an iPhone to his mother, sponsored vacations for her brother, for his mother before he even graduated, and moved to Pune to expand his agency even further. And this is how his workstation looks like. He works from here, earns 8 lakh rupees per month. If a college student, a fresh graduate, can do this, I am sure you can do this too. What do you think, guys? Are you excited learning about these success stories of us, of our students? We'll be sharing a lot more about these stories with you during the boot camp.
If college kids can do it, then you can definitely do it with so much experience and learnings and wisdom, right? So much easier. Just 2 hours a day, even 1 hour on the side is okay. Are you willing to put in that time? Because there's something good that's coming off it, right? And it's not necessary that you have to have succeeded at starting a business. You are highly likely to, but there's no risk. In your job, you succeed. In getting new jobs, you succeed. Everywhere you succeed, right? Okay. All right. And if
Okay.
your business succeeds, it's like phenomenal.
All right. Perfect. So since April 2021, we have assisted 59,464 learners. Can you imagine? And many of whom were experienced professionals at different levels of seniority to get remote freelance work, and 7,324 learners to get part time or full time jobs with international clients mostly and domestic clients also. So this is the kind of success our students have gotten in last 4 years. 70% of our learners are above 30 years of age. In April 2025 alone, this 1 month I'm talking about, 1,400 students secured jobs, internships, and remote freelance work, out of which 908 people secured remote freelance work. And here is a list of 300 plus foreign organizations which have hired our learners in full-time remote jobs. I'll just show it to you here and you can go through it in detail later on. I'll just show it to you 1 second. List of international organizations that have hired our learners remotely in last few years. You see the company names and the country they are in. UK, a lot of UK companies. US, a lot of US companies. Saudi Arabia, Geneva, Abu Dhabi, Georgia, Estonia. Again, US, Dubai, Canada. Wow. Australia, UK, London, Florida, US, UAE, so many of them, 330 plus, 360 organizations who have given job opportunities to our learners in last 3 to 4 years. And here is a list of selected 280 plus learners who have started their own consulting firms, catering to domestic and international clients, and learners who started earning with freelancing. This is a list of 280 plus professionals. All are our students, by the way. We are sharing this. We shared about Ramesh Chandran already with you, and a lot of other learners, senior professionals with 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years of experience, even fresh graduates, people who are above 30, a lot of them like that. Sajal Kushwaha, a lot of them. Ronak, a lot of them. We are sharing this list as a on chat with you. Go through it in detail when you want, okay, when you have more time. So we are increasingly realizing that starting your own business in this space is far more exciting and it is far more remunerating because it gives you 3 to 5 times more income than what you can earn in India. Plus, when you start a business, you will hire our students to get your work done. So it is a bonus. This is helping us to grow much faster. And we want more and more of our students to start their remote freelance service businesses. This is a game changer for us. And that is what our commitment is. And of course, we recommend that you use your existing skills. You already have some great skills. Target similar companies as you are catering to in India, and those companies may be located in Europe, UK, Singapore, US, Canada. Target those companies so that you can benefit from the cost arbitrage. Question is, are you with us? Are you liking what you're seeing? Are you with us in this mission? Are you willing to jump in and give 2 hours per day to this opportunity and create a massive advantage for yourself in your career in coming 6 months, 12 months, next 18 months, definitely 3 to 6 months, you can start earning very well. Are you with us? I can see a lot of you writing yes. Mark everyone if you are with us. Please don't just mark hosts and panelists. Let everybody see who's with us in this game, in this mission, in this vision. So we will tell you more about this later today. And on the second and third day, we'll teach you a lot of skills, a lot of outreach skills, a lot of ways how you can create a track record, credibility. I have a question at this point. Who amongst you can see a lifetime, once in a generation opportunity here? If you can see a lifetime, once in a generation opportunity here, please write me, me in the chat and mark everyone. Okay, I can see a lot of you writing me. I think hundreds of you. There are more than 800 people still connected with us at 4:30 p.m. 2.5 hours since we started. We have more than 800 people still connected with us. So how many of you want to explore this further? You want to know how we can support you further to reach these kind of dreams come true for your career and life? Are you ready to receive professional help from us? How many of you are ready to receive professional help from us? Write yes in the chat and mark everyone. You want to explore this further. This is not a commitment. We are not asking for a commitment right now, but who's interested? Who all are interested to know about what professional help we can give you in coming 6 months, in next 3 to 6 months, maybe 12 months, and how you can reach extraordinary results? Because many of you have been asking about our courses. I will tell you about our courses tomorrow, but we can only give scholarships to 75 people tomorrow. Okay. First, number one thing is don't miss the session tomorrow. It is going to be life altering. No matter what is happening, don't miss the session tomorrow. Put a reminder if you want right now in your phone. 2 p.m. we will sharp start Sunday. Now I will share with you what is the most important thing at this moment is we want to know how many of you are interested in getting professional help from us in the future moving forward. I'm not asking for any commitment right now. What exactly the scholarship is, I will tell you tomorrow. But right now, we just want to see the level of interest in this group. Okay. So we will share a preference list with you. And we want you to, people who are interested, to find out about the scholarships, which we will share with you tomorrow. Please fill in your details in this preference list right now. I'm sharing this on the link. Okay. Noshina has just shared. Don't send messages now, please. Stop sending messages because otherwise you'll miss the link in the chat. If you go a little above, you will see preference list link shared by Noshina. Okay, she shared again now. Go to this preference list if you are interested in finding out about our courses and fill in your details. I'll show it to you how you can fill it. Type your name. Please type your name, not my name. I'm just showing you my name, typing my name here. Your mobile number, your email address, what describes you in the current situation best. Choose from the drop down menu, or you can type also. What is your educational background? I'm a BCom, and yeah, BCom is fine. And then how many years of experience do you have, if at all? I have 25 years of experience. I'll mention that. What do you expect to achieve in your career from this scholarship? Want to increase my income by 5 times. Okay, and then apply now. This is how you fill in the preference list. Please go ahead and fill in the preference list if you have an interest in the scholarships and you want to know more about the professional help that you can get from us going forward, because we are experts. I told you, Thousands and thousands of our students have caused magical results in creating their own consultancy firms, businesses, working with international clients. So you can cause that magic as well. And tomorrow we're going to offer 75 scholarship. But before that, we want to know how many people are interested. Okay. And you can even use this QR code if that link doesn't work for you, just in case. Please go ahead on the preference list and fill in your details. I'm giving you 5 seconds, 10 seconds. It's not going to take more than that. All
Let's
right.
move. You can write done. We have so much to cover. We'll talk about, I think, moonlighting and how much you can earn. We want to know how many people are interested in starting a consulting business. Okay, given that there were thousands, there were some 7,000, 8,000 people who had signed up for this boot camp, 1,100 something attended, right? And right now there are 800 people here. It's incredible how many people are so serious about consulting businesses. We are very excited about what the future could be. And make sure you don't miss this because we're never going to repeat it and the preference list will not be available later on. All right, Sagar, let's move.
All right. So this helps us to actually gauge how many people are interested in seriously starting a consulting business, working with international clients, or even using AI to build your brand, or just becoming hyper productive at your workplace, given that there are thousands of people who have signed up for this bootcamp. All right. Now I'm going to address this question that many of you may have. So tell me in the chat, how many of you have actually this question? If you will do the freelancing work or remote work, will that amount to moonlighting? Will this create any problems in my current job? How to do this ethically or legally? How many of you have this question? Because I have a whole world to create for you in this. All right, so let me create this for you. I can see a lot of you want to know about this, right? So, what is moonlighting? Moonlighting is a second job or a freelance work outside of your regular working hours. It is normally frowned upon by many employers. Frowned upon means they don't like it, many employers, but there are ways to deal with it. But it became very common during the pandemic as people saved a lot of time by working from home, no commute, no socializing with colleagues, shorter meetings, and realized that they can make easy money on the side by freelancing for a few hours. Here are the problems people face when they want to moonlight. You may have a contract. For example, you may have a contract that prohibits moonlighting. Your employment contract may have written you cannot moonlight. For example, your seniors may feel that you are ignoring your job if they find out you are moonlighting. You may be skipped for promotions or bonuses. You need to be very careful with respect to data, confidentiality, intellectual property, etc. So these are the problems that people face. Now, most employers do not care if you do some extra work in the free time that you have, provided you have made sure of these three things. Number one, you are not working with any competitor, otherwise, people will have problem. Number two, you are not neglecting your work and they have no reason to complain about your productivity or quality of work. And number three, you are not lying about it. You're not lying about anything. However, if you are frequently unavailable during working hours while working remotely, they may suspect that you're moonlighting and naturally will have problems. So in your current job, you can't, get vanished from there or not available. No, no, no. During your current job, whatever timings you have, be honest to that. And the free time you have, in that time, you do moonlighting work, your freelance work. It is also tricky to run your own Upwork or Fiverr page while working full time in a job, although many professionals are able to even negotiate that easily. Now, why it can be tricky to have an Upwork page? For example, I have a full time job. I'm working as a sales director in an organization. And I also have an Upwork page for US clients or UK clients for sales and marketing. Now, this my boss will say, boss, you are doing work outside my organization also. Now that can create a problem. But we can tell you ideas how you can negotiate that. So here are some ideas about how moonlighting can be done very safely. Best idea is to negotiate that you may do some work in your free time outside of your official working hours, that do not compete or conflict with your job in any way, and get that written in your contract. Even an email is good enough for that. That is the best thing you can do. In the beginning of your employment, as an employment contract, get a one line written. I will do some free, in my free time, I can do work if I need to, and it will not be competitive. It will not be conflicting with any of my current work. One line, you are safe there. Other things you can do: only work with completely unrelated industries and non competing organizations. Never use work produced for one organization for another organization. Keep everything totally separate. If your contract is silent about moonlighting or exclusivity, then you can moonlight. In India, the legal system says if your contract doesn't talk about moonlighting, then there is no legal problem. Then you can moonlight and don't have to have any legal obligation to report it. Still, you may need to be careful about your professional perception. So, here are some alternatives of moonlighting. What alternatives can you do? Number one, you can become an advisor to some startup. Your employer is unlikely to object to this, and your contract will not prohibit this in any way. You can then get compensated either in equity or cash or both. So, you are not working directly, you're an advisor to a startup. So they will not have a problem with that. You can even become a volunteer at a local startup accelerator. That is just volunteering work, but may soon lead to paid gigs. So even by volunteering, your organization will not have a problem. So how do people with exclusivity clauses in their employment contracts still get around and moonlight without specific employer approvals? Number one, some people have their spouse or sibling or parents or friend set up an agency or maybe an Upwork or freelancer profile. So, for example, I will set up a Upwork profile in name of my wife, not in my name. I am the person who's doing all the work in the background, but name is of my wife. And whatever payment comes, we split the money. So I am safe. That's one way. Another way is some people set up a private limited company or a Delaware C Corp in the US, and then they can open a bank account in the name of the newly incorporated company. This is not very expensive to open a company in US or any other country. Anywhere between 10 to 15,000 cost comes in, but it is safe. If you're earning a good amount of money, then why not pay this expense? Then they run their moonlighting business in the name of the company while they remain just shareholder of that company. So their name doesn't come in front. Here is what Ramanuj, who's CEO of Skill Arbitrage, and Abhyuday did while they were working in a law firm.
I
2016.
told them, I can recap, okay? Quickly, I'll tell you. What did we do? We got all a company incorporated. So the thing is, if you have to sign a contract, everything is in name of that company, right? Now, if you're our student, we teach you how to create an LLP in India or even a US company. It just costs 7 to 8,000 rupees per year to have a company running in US while you work from India. Some of you might have received even a video or a mail on that. Okay. We recruited other people to do background work like making a website, investing a little bit of our salary, didn't launch the website. We used blogging and social media to build a following. Nobody knew that we are going to be up to something or launch a course. That came later when we quit our job. We even wrote guest articles in the media. We connected with journalists on Twitter on upcoming issues, wrote on that because then people would see us as cutting edge authority on those issues. So you can also get your quotes covered in your area of work because news keeps breaking out in different areas. You can get your quotes covered in that. We networked with key people, gave talks at colleges at every chance we got, and now you can share all of that on social media. And we convinced our alma mater to certify the course we were planning. Negotiations were on during weekends or sometimes are taken off and go. That all is possible. We even created few modules at home in our free time, and we learned a few new skills like marketing and Facebook ads and creating memes, which was a good start at that time. Right now, we didn't violate the contract. That's the good news. And when we quit, we didn't have to wait for all this preparation. It was in place and we launched on day one. So basically, you can do a lot to get started while working in your job, and just having excuses, sitting behind, not doing anything is not going to work. Where there's a will, there's a way. So you can get started by sacrificing your weekends. Not a lot, just 2 hours, right? 2 hours in a day or 1 hour in a day, correct? And we have been supporting hundreds of senior professionals to do this. Now, I want to ask you on chat, what are you going to do this legally? You got tips, right? What are the tips that you're going to apply? Correct? Just let us know in chat. I'm hoping some of it was usable. Correct? And We are going to move ahead. All right.
All right, perfect. So here we are sharing with you a selected list of 70 plus professionals who started doing freelance work along with their job. And I'm just showing it to you and sharing this and moving on. Okay. This will help you to know what kind of results our people have gotten. Selected list of 70 plus professionals who started their own freelance work along with their job and what kind of results they caused within a couple of years, within few months. All this information is here. Now the question is, would you like to do it too? How many of you would like to do it too for yourself? You would like to start your own business on own work, freelance work, remote jobs. How many of you would like to do that? Please mark everyone if you're saying yes. Let everybody know. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you for sharing that because you don't have to take any risk. You always have the option to double down if you like once your remote work income stabilizes. So you are doing moonlighting work, like you're doing a freelance work to start with, getting a decent amount of income. And then when your income stabilizes at a certain level, that is the time you can move full time to freelance or remote work, full job. Here is one of the professionals who was working in Accenture and later she quit to work full time remotely. Shrishti Mishra, 2020 BTech graduate from Varanasi, left her 30,000 rupees per month job and moved to a remote work starting in March. She worked 4 hours a day for a UK based company and earned 70,000 rupees monthly. So she was earning 30,000 in the job. Now she's earning 70,000 working remotely for UK based company. She later secured another role with a US based company within 9 months and she earned over 10,000 US dollars through Upwork, which is close to 10 lakh rupees. This is a profile on Upwork. She's from Varanasi, charges $10 per hour. Global recruiter, HR operations, strategic HR. How much can you earn by consulting international clients remotely? Let's look at that. Do you want to know answer to this question? How much can you earn? Okay, let me create for you. Guys, you being lazy, not answering this question. Do you want to know this or not? If you don't want to know this, we'll move to another part. Yes, put yes and mark everyone. Let us assume that you charge just $10 per hour working initially. $10 per hour is very conservative estimate, by the way. We are mentioning USD for an example. It can be any currency in any developed nation. It can be a yen from Japan, pound in London, euro in European countries. $10 per hour is very cheap. It in the developed economies, this amount is very cheap. You cannot even find someone to flip hamburgers at that rate at local McDonald's because minimum wages for unskilled labor in most of these regions is more than $10 per hour. Finding an experienced consultant who has many years of experience is what they do is absolutely unimaginable for a startup or SME in these countries. So here is how much a typical average sales consultant or freelancer charges in these regions. For example, you can see here, if you are a brand new consultant, you may be charging closer to $50 to $75 per hour. And with 20 years of experience, $150 to $200 per hour. This is in the developed nations. Upwork is currently the prime platform for offshoring work for small businesses and SMEs. So let's look at how much you can make there. This is what we've picked up from Upwork, from their website. I'll see if I can make it bigger. No, it's not getting bigger. You see here, writers, they can get $30 to $40 per hour easily. Editors, $25 to $35 per hour. Let's go down a bit. Web developers, $50 to $60 per hour. Bookkeepers, $30 to $35. Photographers, $35 to $45. So these are so you can see $30, $40, $50 is common on Upwork. This is the average. And if you are a senior person with a few years of experience or have certain professional qualification, you can charge much more. So once you build your track record working with international clients, get 10 testimonials on your profile, you can easily charge $20 to $30 per hour. We recommend start with $10 per hour, cheapest. If you charge $20 per hour, let's say $20, not 10, 10 will be too less. Let's say minimum 20. If you charge $20 per hour and work for only 3 hours every day, You can earn $1,200 by working for 20 days in a month. You know how much is $1,200? More than 1 lakh rupees. That's almost an additional 1 lakh plus
Guys,
rupees.
you don't need to pitch on Upwork. We showed you how to pitch directly. Our students started on Upwork in 2021. Today, they don't use Upwork, they have direct clients. That's why I didn't even show you Upwork. I showed you direct pitching. Did you get a picture? This is incredible, right? And AI cannot replace any of this. If you don't do your job, right, then AI can replace. If you think that you will not add your insights, see, AI plus human is always greater than AI alone or human alone. So there are humans who don't do work more efficiently, they will get fired. There are humans who use AI to outsource their brain power. That doesn't happen. AI does a great job, but you have to see it. Secondly, AI does things middle to middle, not end to end. Right? So you have to do from beginning to middle, middle to end. But I can guarantee if you don't learn at a level how to do this, eventually you might be replacing your job right now, today, tomorrow, right? Some of you are here, you got laid off, correct? But if you use that to not learn anything, you will stay laid off. Tata bye bye to your career. But first thing, that's why we are saying forget AI and all. Start learning how to build a consulting business. AI can help you get things done. Okay, that is where you start, and later you can do bunch of things over and on top of it. And if you don't do that, what we are telling you is, being where you are, there are problems in that. There is stagnation, there is lack of recognition, there is no option to earn more. Those problems are there, right? So now I tell me this, did you like the idea of how much you can earn? Tell me on chat. Would you like to earn an additional 1 to 2 lakhs a month? Yeah. Same thing, that dollar is generalized, but whether you're working for clients in Japan, Germany, anywhere, you can do that. And if you have aspirations to move abroad, Germany and Japan recently opened their floodgates to move, right? And if you do crazy stuff like this, if you want to, you can move to US also with O1 and L1 visas. O1 is extraordinary ability. L1 is if you set up a company in India and move as an employee of that company. So there are different kinds of visas you can use. Okay, people are now of selling that, and they have higher acceptance rate and very cheap compared to H1B. Okay, this is what you have to understand. What are the taxes you need to pay? We are going to send you a document on that. Basically, Indian government loves foreign exchange. So if you are a consultant, you can deduct your expenses. You pay tax like a normal Indian professional, not a salaried employee who pays 30% flat. Not like that, not at the tiered slab rate. You can deduct your expenses, your mobile phone cost, your dinner cost, client meeting cost, and GST is not there even if you earn 20 lakhs plus per month. So this is very nice, right? It's almost like Indian government prefers international remote work. Okay. All right. Excited about it. Make sure you're filling the preference list because tomorrow, and make sure you attend tomorrow, because we are going to give you a plan on how to get this done for you. We will also show you a new way in which AI will do outreach. Okay. Now, see, whatever we showed you, you have to use your head. Nowhere AI did it on its own. It is you plus AI, right? There will be naive people who will think AI will do everything. ऐसा होता नहीं है लेकिन. Okay. Awesome, Sagar. We finished how much you can earn, right?
You've done that.
Okay, how many of you want to meet someone? And I'll show you an automation tomorrow. Not automation, basically AI driven outreach, which will show you what is actually possible. Okay. And even AI agents you can create, but right now don't worry, Chandrasekhar Bodeda. Okay. Before the agent, at least the human has to be capable. If the human doesn't be capable, then what will happen? What will AI agent do if the human can't run it? Okay. Who wants to meet somebody who has achieved it? How many of you want to meet somebody who has achieved it? Let's be on relevant points and not go into theoretical and philosophical conversations, right? So I'm telling you the practical stuff right now. Okay. All right. Let's meet Koshank, who has been doing this in one of his areas. He's been building consulting. I'm just going to go back, Sagar. You can start an interaction.
Okay, great. Hi, Koshank.
Hi, Sagar. How are you?
Good evening to you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
Great. Koshank, why don't you share with our participants, where are you joining in from? What are you currently doing in your career? And how has skill arbitrage helped you in your journey so far?
Sure. So I'm joining in from Mumbai, Andheri specifically.
Okay.
And I journey with skill arbitrage. It started roughly 14 months ago, and I've been on multiple courses. Around that time, actually, I was on a medical break, I was coming after a 2-year illness, and then wanted to do something sitting. Working from home, and that's when
Right.
I joined Skill Arbitrage and started my journey. So I took up. I joined. I started writing daily on LinkedIn and my blog. Uh, Within 3 months, I found a job with not a job, but it was a position with a fintech startup in India. I've been
Right.
writing for them and also helping them refine their pitch deck as well as do some fundraising. So that's what I've been doing for
Wow.
them.
So
Yeah.
so one thing you're saying, you started with LinkedIn. So before Skill Arbitrage, how was your LinkedIn profile? Did you have a powerful LinkedIn profile earlier?
I
Or you
had a
got
dormant LinkedIn profile. I had an account, but hardly used. After joining Skill Arbitrage, so I have written 700 plus posts in a year or so.
wow, 700 plus. And how
Yeah.
many followers you have on LinkedIn
I
now?
think around 3,200 something like that.
And before you joined, like before you started working on it, how many followers you had?
Hardly any, I think, maybe 5, 10 or something.
1,200 within a year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's extraordinary. And the kind of work you found on through LinkedIn, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. I was writing about startup accelerators, personal journey, personal growth, those things I was writing. And then I found someone, CEO, he reached out to me, we interacted, and I gave him some ideas about how we can optimize his calendar, build his team, and
Right.
so that's where the conversation started. Then we had a follow-up calls, and then
Right.
I helped him optimize quite a few things in his
Wow.
startup journey.
And this was part of your vision to become a business consultant yourself.
Yeah, it was
Fabulous.
a step towards that.
And how is that journey going on?
It's
Can you
going
tell
on
us
fine.
about
Yeah.
your startup or your business, what you've started to plan?
It's going on fine. I think I'm progressing. Of course, there are challenges that show up every day, but that's fine. So that's part of the journey.
So you are up to now starting your own startup. You have already built it. Where are you on the stage of that?
I've already started alongside working with mentoring a few other startups. So
Right.
that is like I'm bootstrapping it right now because I want to get the correct product market and get the correct product. So I'm doing that parallelly. So I would say that it will. I've got a few pilots already in place.
Got it. That's great.
Yeah.
And during your journey so far, like the kind of consulting work you've been doing for other organizations, you are getting paid for that as well. You're doing paid work.
Yeah, I get paid for it based on the project and then based on the outcomes. I get a small retainer and a small fee and plus a huge outcome-based fee. That's what I get.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Just a second.
Guys, do you all have any questions? Congrats, Koshank. What is the area of consulting? Like, what is the domain you are in?
Primarily, I help in refining pitch deck, raising funds, then of course, and on the side, creating content.
Got it.
So I
So
do those things.
financial fundraising, pitch deck creation, content creation. These are
Yeah,
different areas of services, consulting services he's providing, right? And he's catering to early stage businesses. Is that correct?
yeah, that's right.
And now, because he has done this repetitively, now he's also started his own venture. As we told you, start a service business earlier, then you can figure out if you want to build your own business, which is full blown, right? Is it exciting? Tell us on chat quickly. And if you have any questions, you can ask. Koshang, what's your goal in the future?
My goal in the future is to, of course, grow my startup and also help the person that I'm working with to get to an IPO in 3 years'
Got
time.
it. And did we ask you how we were able to help you? What is the difference between what you were doing earlier versus after being a
Yeah,
student of
earlier I
Arbitrage?
knew all these things only in theoretically. With Skill Arbitrage, I got to do it in a very structured format and with a very, very good handholding and support. So that
Got
was
it. And
missing.
what were the top two, three things you were able to accomplish? We know your end results now, but in the process, what were the top two, three things?
2, 3 things was I was able to write consistently. I used to hound my instructors, do this, read this, what I've done, and all that.
So you got feedback, you wrote for your social media, your brand building, and all of that.
Yeah, primarily LinkedIn, but
Okay,
I have done that. Yeah.
got
You
it.
got
What else? You got feedback.
3,200 followers on LinkedIn after joining us. That's what he shared with us. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great. 3,200 followers.
Awesome. You got for then you got feedback, and what else?
Feedback, support also. Then yeah, I mean, I one-to-one mentoring calls from time to time.
Got it.
So multiple things and good
And you
network.
got support to pitch?
Yeah, I got support to pitch as well.
Incredible. Guys, do you see such kind of support available anywhere else? He actually got support to pitch. Nobody in B school also teaches you how to pitch, right? They'll charge you MBA ka fees and not teach you how to pitch. Correct? Okay, you can leave some feedback for Koshank, encouraging words. His LinkedIn profile also we will share. Is it okay, Koshank, if we share?
Yeah, please go ahead. It's fine.
Awesome. Incredible. Thank you so much, Koshank. We're going to move on. Sagar, let's move to the next part.
Sure.
Five,
Thank
10
you.
minutes. And guys, if you want to know the plan that Koshank followed, what's your next goal? You shared, right?
Yeah, I shared. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to know the plan that Koshank followed, tomorrow we are going to give you a 6-month plan. How do you do your market research, come up with an offer, validate your offering, start your consulting business? Actually, it has two engines. Engine is business development engine and delivery engine. So how you do that, we will tell you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, Koshank, so much. If you have any numbers that you can share around revenues, you can share additional revenues. But we'll move on anyway. You can let us know on chat, maybe if you're
Yeah,
here.
I'll do that. Sure. Thanks.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. We're going to move. Okay, Sagar.
All right, guys, we are moving on. Just
Be
Abhiday
there
got
tomorrow. There are tons of people with very diverse background. I can't call everyone, so I've shared the list. Otherwise, you'll be like, "Mere liye kya hai," right? But this is there to give you confidence and hope that you can do it too. Yeah. Tomorrow we will show you how to use AI to do some audit. Like you want to make your message one more level more powerful, right? We shared a general message, but how do you customize it based on the other person's weakness so that you hit where it hurts more or you hit where it excites most, right? We'll show you that. Okay, Sagar.
Should we move with this part? This
Yeah.
is where we got.
Yeah.
All right. So, how to identify the services that you can offer? Let's look at that. So, here are the few ways to conduct market research. Number one is find out Reddit rants on threads. Now, what is Reddit rants? Now, these are rants, like these are the conversations that some maybe a customer or somebody who's received any services is talking about. Maybe something very good about a product or a service, or maybe something very bad about it. It can be positive, negative, that doesn't matter. Point is, when you find out what kind of these conversations are happening on threads around the services that people offer around your area of work, then you get to know what kind of things are happening in the market. Then you study the kind of work which is available on freelance platforms. Use tools like Answer the Public to identify what are the most frequently searched keywords. Now, this is an AI tool which you can use, Answer the Public, and where you can identify the keywords which are being searched for, the maximum number of ones. Now, these are some ways to get into market research. There is infinite scope for small service businesses and consulting to be launched and dominate entire industries now much more easily because of help of AI tools. So many digital marketing tools, digital tools, AI tools are available, which includes find a problem that people are facing, offer a solution utilizing your existing experience. If you can find out what kind of problem people are facing through various tools, and then give your solution to your existing experience, then you can use AI to do the work more effectively, even if you don't have certain prior skill sets. Once you have offered it a few times, create an automation or an AI orchestration. That is so important. By you need to learn the skills of AI, and we're going to teach you many of them in this boot camp. Tomorrow and day after is going to be full of AI tools as well. You can even automate your own outreach work and send customized automated emails using tools like Apollo.io, Margo. Then we have ChatGPT, and integrating all of them with your Gmail. We can teach you a lot of these skills in the bootcamp as well. So let me show you chat on my cloud. Abhiday to refer to the option supports
I will
us here.
have Roshan show it, but provided people are ready for about 10 minutes more.
Okay.
Ready for it?
Yeah. So if you are ready for 10 more minutes to stay with us, we'll show you some exciting AI tool right away. All right. A lot of people are saying yes. All right. I'll invite Roshan. She's one of our team members, senior person who's expert in this area. She'll show you how to go about it. Please, Roshan, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Sagar. Hi, everyone. How is it going? Someone saying 1 hour, please. 1 hour more, please. All right.
We can go for
Oh,
it.
yeah. All right, guys. So, today, you and I are going to find out, let's say, any business for that matter. I had restaurant business in my mind, any small business or any D2C business also for that matter, from a specific area. And we are going to find out what we can offer them from our end. Are you guys excited to see that? Salon business works also. Are you guys excited? Amazing. All right. Now I'm gonna share my screen, okay? When it's visible, please write V in the chat box. All right, I've shared. Is it visible, guys? V? Amazing. Okay. The tool we are going to be using today to find these businesses is Claude. You guys have seen Claude before, you're going to see it again. Yes, you can use the free version, and no, you don't need to know AI or any technical stuff before this. I'm from a non tech background as well, and with the right prompts, you can do this exactly like how I'm doing it. And don't worry, we'll also share the prompts with you. All right. So, all you have to do is go to claude.ai and give this prompt. Yeah. So the prompt I've given is I'm a digital marketer from India and I want to provide services to restaurants in Dubai Marina. You can put any location for that matter. You can put Bandra or you can put Singapore. You can
And
put
any
any
service,
country or
you could
any,
be an ops guy,
yeah.
you could be a project manager, you could be a IT manual tester, UI UX professional. You can copy paste this and change the service. You can change the location. Okay.
All right. And I have asked Claude to go through the student profiles in that area and tell me which ones have a bad Google review or bad Google rating for that matter. And if they don't have a website or social media presence, I wanted Claude to find out that as well because these are the areas I'm gonna pitch in. All right. So Claude's given me output which is of no help so far. So I'm just gonna wait for. Okay, see, it's giving me top prospects in the Marina area. For example, Marina Kitchen is a hotel which has serious reputation issues. It has no professional website and it has poor service reviews. I can help them with this, all right? Yeah, Shiva, I'll share all the prompts in the chat box, not to worry. Okay, and we've got multiple other restaurants also. Now, what I want a little bit more, what do you say, a more structured output. So I'm gonna have Claude generate another one for me. I'm just gonna say it's not good. Please tell me how you can help me achieve. This is not 3. This is help me achieve my objective. My objective is to find specific, restaurants. Again, guys, it's given me 4 5 restaurants over here. If you want, you can ask for more as well. I'm going to show you how you can ask for more. You can ask for 10 more, 15 more, depending upon how many, restaurants you want to find from or any other business you want to find from. Okay. See, it's telling me that it's going to find for more restaurants with poor digital presence and it's already started its research. All right. See, it's given us again the first restaurant is the same Marina Kitchen restaurant. It's giving us the major problems and the services I can offer. How amazing is that? Did I have to do any other research than to give a prompt? All I had to do, all I had to give was one prompt, and it gave me the entire problem and how I can be the solution. The thing is with businesses, when you give them solution, you best believe they're reaching out to you, reaching back to you. That is, business owners love problem solvers, and by you doing this, you'll become a problem solver. All right.
I'm opening chat. Roshan, just pause. I'm asking people if this much is doable. Can you do this for your work? Yeah. You can get the data of those websites which are outdated or have old design, right? But you have to find a way to define the problem. Correct? If you say looks boring, that won't work, right? You can say doesn't have a lead magnet on the first fold, doesn't have a sign up form or a checklist that they're offering, doesn't have a mailing list box, because these things will make a difference. Because if I can have a sign up form on my first fold, and I can say that download a checklist, then I'll get more leads. Or if you're a support or ops person, you can say that they don't have a chatbot or they don't have a knowledge base on their website, right? We will share the master prompt. Roshan will type it later, but first you see the magic. Right now, this one is also giving you a success metric. If you are giving a service, you can propose this. Now, see how to deliver the service. This has to be in your area because you need to know how to deliver it. If you don't know how to deliver, it won't work. Okay, but right now let's stick to this delivery engine though or easier because you know what to do, so you can use AI to do that. Okay, but first see this. All right.
All right. So it's given me an immediate action plan for all these companies together. Okay. But I don't want to cater to all the companies. I want to find out companies who can be my ideal client right now. Out of those 5 companies, only some need services that I provide, right? So I'm going to give the next prompt to Claude, which is I only need help with researching restaurants that can be my ideal client right now. Please do this research. And by giving this prompt, what you're essentially making Claude do is you're refining the previous output so that it's tailored to what you can provide. This way, even if you reach out to all the outputs in this current prompt, you will get a reply and you will be able to attend to them. All right. So out of the 5, 6 restaurants it's given before, now it's going to find out restaurants that's meant to be under my clientele. See, I'll focus purely on research. I'll focus purely on research to find more ideal restaurants for you. Let me dig deeper into the area I had mentioned with poor digital presence. All right. It's giving me in top priority, guys. So I don't even have to sit and wonder, oh, which one should I reach out to first? If you, go and see, it's given us the urgency basis as well. So Marina Kitchen is the one that's coming time and time again in the first place. So we'll reach out to them. All right. Okay. Now, till the time Claude's generating the output, let me discuss the next prompt with you. At any point in time, if you feel like you need more more restaurants to choose from, you can stop there, ask Claude to give 5 more, 10 more restaurants, and it will give. All right. Now I'm asking Claude to give me a list of 5 different restaurants with services that they need based on their online presence. Now in this prompt, what I'll identify is, just a minute. Yeah. In this prompt, what I'll identify is the exact services I can provide to the clients. I don't have to brainstorm what to give them, what not to give them. See, it's already started generating. Marina Kitchen has no professional website. So what can be my pitch? I can go to their website, find their LinkedIn or email ID. I'll show you how to do that as well. And tell them, hi, I found that you have no professional website. Want me to help you in that aspect? If yes, let's get on a quick Zoom call. Amazing, right? See, it's given us 6 options to choose from. You can either do 1 or 2 or do all 6. It's totally up to you. Now we've got the same thing for all our 5 restaurants that we asked for in the order of priority. Now I'm going to give another prompt saying, give me analysis for 10 more restaurants. Remember, I told you you can do this for multiple companies. You can keep doing it indefinitely till the time you get your desired clientele. You can keep doing this. I'm happy with the 5 companies, but I'm just giving this prompt just to show you guys that you can scout for more companies in the same loop. See, again, it's going and searching for 10 prospects in Dubai Marina with similar marketing problems. Are you guys with me so far? Are you guys understanding what we're talking about? Dominic, how will we know the exact services? Isn't that what we asked in this prompt? Give me, 5 different restaurants with services that they might need.
And we asked why they might need it, and it told us why they may need it. Now they are likely to accept, right? A lot of businesses
Yeah.
will realize. Now you see when the message is created how it works. Okay.
See, it's given me 10 additional companies. Restaurants. It gave me 5 before. Now it's starting from 6. We've got Memory Lane, which is the highest priority one, I believe. And then, one more thing, guys. It's also giving us their contact number. All you have to do is just give them a quick message or call. If you can find their LinkedIn and email, that's the first option you have to exhaust, and then you can get their number as a follow up. Amazing, right? It's given us 10 more companies. But right now, I'm not going to use any of this. I just wanted to show you guys that you can do more time and time again. After these 10 companies, if you wanted 10 more, similarly, just ask Claude for 10 more. That is it. All right. Now, just a minute. One second. Okay, the next message I'm gonna have Claude send is, write me an email that I can. Oh my god, just a minute, everyone. So sorry.
No
Yeah,
problem. That's fine. Normal.
yeah. Write me an email that I can send the. Which one was the first restaurant? We'll send it to Marina Kitchen. All right, Marina Kitchen, pitching my services. Now Claude is going to go back to the prompt where it showed us what services Marina Kitchen wants, and it's going to craft an email for us saying, okay, this is what you're having a problem with, and I can help you sort it out. Just watch Claude draft it. See, the stats, I didn't even remember that Marina ranked 5,267th in Dubai, and I can fix this in 30 days. Imagine someone coming and telling you this. I know your firm is in the 5,000th position, and I can help you bump it up. Won't you be intrigued in opening their message? Won't you be intrigued in knowing what they have to offer?
And
See,
every
it's
line is like that. The next
yeah,
one, you have a 3.3 rating with unaddressed negative reviews, right? Now you are hitting where it hurts most and creating want for them. The next part will create want. No professional website. So many things are there, right? Urgent action needed. Every day you wait, correct? And then there will be,
yeah,
here is my offer. Why choose me? And here's my offer. Show you exactly how your
yeah,
competitors are beating you online. Create 2 professional social media posts for your restaurant, no charge. After that, you'll charge if you like it. Provide a detailed action point plan to improve your ranking. Remember that plan was there, which this one gave us, Claude, week 1, week 2,
yeah,
week 4, week 5, right? And this is one. I can give another one. I can say, tell me what else I can do for these restaurants, and then craft a mail for that, right? It can keep going on and on and on. You understand? Now there's a screenshot also showing your current online presence versus top competitors, right? And I can help you fix that and climb at least a few places, a few hundred places in the next month. They'll like it. What do you say? And this can be for anything you do, right?
yeah. Any business, any industry you want to do it, you can do it. Yes,
Okay.
Rohit, it's about how to find clients and how to know what they want from you.
Okay, great. Awesome. Now you can say 5 more companies, 10 more companies, this service, suggest more other services. I'll tell you a case study of what happened, right? Imran is like, wait, all this looks so simple. Roshan, you have more things to show?
No, for this, that's it. I'm gonna
That's it.
stop
Okay.
sharing.
So
Yeah,
we did this right for local restaurants in Dubai. And when we had done it, we did it for certain parts of US. And we said 3, 4 things. And AI only told us you can invite them to find corporate catering deals. We said, help us. One is review management. Second is what other services I can help offer to grow their business. Imagine I'm a consultant. So I can invite them to find corporate catering deals in nearby locations, inviting local influencer for a tasting session. Sorry about the spellings, getting them reviews, finding lean periods when they can organize some events. Because restaurant hai, it's a real estate, they can organize some event there, right? So this is what we asked. That this is what AI suggested, and then AI created some mails. Okay, goal is this was one email you saw, which was very nice. To send them one good email after another, and the goal is to invite them to a meeting where we offer some value, right? If they want our help to implement these things, then we help them to do it professionally, and then we enlist our students to deliver the services. Once our pitch works successfully, we can automate it, right? And we automated it. I will show you a video also of how we automated it using na10 and all of that. But here is the response we received when we created a sequence. The first message we sent to 2000 plus business owners. Can you see open rate 61%? Out of 514 people who got it, right? Can you imagine this? Is this exciting to see? This is the video. You can later automate it. What are the messages that went? This is a dummy, unpersonalized message. You have to personalize it. So you have to instruct AI to do background work and personalize it. I suggest you manually do it first. Okay, this is email 2. Email 3, review analysis. So there's review analysis, there is Reddit rant, there is influencer suggestions, and you can do it for anything you write. For example, if you are in ops background, here is a AI audit of Y Combinator startups which don't have a chatbot. Link is not opening. I'll show you the link. I'd shown you, right? Maybe somebody can change the edit setting. Just hang on. I will just see if anybody can view. Antara, can you make a publicly shareable version of this? We will share it with you, okay? Publicly shareable one. Supriya will share it with you in the next 5 minutes. If you can later help a business with AI and automation, that's really good. This is for later. But you said, tell me proof that it will work. So I'll tell you proof that it's working, and not just at small scale, but at big scale. Right? And I'm telling you this, that if you start just working on your consulting business, eventually you learn how to implement AI and automation driven services, because a young person doesn't know that. You have experience, you understand the final quality of output, right? And you know what mistakes to check for. You understand the first principles of the job. AI doesn't produce final quality work unless it has the right inputs, the right context, right? And then you have to keep checking. And even most kids who are asked to use AI flounder at the fundamental basics. Okay, so I'm going to move. Did you like it? Do you want to know the plan that you can follow tomorrow? Yeah.
I can share what we are going to cover tomorrow for everyone before we end. Should I go ahead, Abhidek?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So first of all, thank you for staying back. It's already 5:20 and we have more than 530 people connected live with us. Thank you so much. And tomorrow's session gonna be extremely valuable. Don't miss it for anything. Put a reminder if you want. I'm gonna tell you now what we are going to cover tomorrow. One of the most important things. What is the 6-month plan to start your own consulting business from scratch without risk and work with international clients? We will give you a roadmap in your hands tomorrow. You will love it. And this is one of the most valuable things you can get. What do you do once you are earning 1 to 1.5 lakh rupees per month to grow your income to the next level? And how we can help you to grow to the next level. We'll teach you that tomorrow. What are the challenges that prevent mid-career or senior professionals from reaching the top echelons of the corporate world? So what are the challenges that you will face to reach that level and how to overcome them? We will teach you that also. What are the challenges that people typically face when they try to build their own business? And how can they overcome all of such challenges? Why is it important to build a personal brand and how to go about it? We'll teach you that too. What can your life be like 2 years down the line if you start your own service business? We'll give you an extraordinary exercise tomorrow. We'll do it together into the future exercise, and you will see how your life looks like 2 years down the line. How to deliver a TEDx talk, we'll teach you that also. How to create an ebook for your offer and showcase your authority in your domain. How to find and connect with high potential startups, entrepreneurs, and newly launched businesses for client acquisition. Case studies of people who successfully have set up their own remote businesses serving international clients. All of these things we're going to teach you tomorrow. So, my request once again, take 10 seconds, put an alarm right now in your phone. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the session tomorrow. It's a Sunday afternoon. Let people know you'll be busy and put an alarm. Be there exactly on time. And the people who are interested to know about our scholarships and what tomorrow, yes, one more thing is we will share with you 75 scholarships tomorrow. And this will be for people who are interested. So people who are interested must fill in their details on the preference list today. Okay. So we are sharing the preference list once again. So please go ahead and fill in your details in case you have missed it and you are interested to know about our professional help. All right. Are there anything else to create? Yes, Twitter and LinkedIn post links for feedback. We are sharing them as well with you on the chat. Please go on these links and share your feedback, how the session was for you. Good, bad, ugly, whatever your feedback is, it is very important for us. All right.
Sagar, sorry to interrupt. We have launched a second poll.
All
Guys,
right.
there's a second poll we have launched today to understand about whether today's session was helpful and effective for you or not. Of course, you should leave your feedback on X and LinkedIn, but I also want to know from you from the poll.
Please fill in your feedback on the poll. It'll just take you a few seconds. All right, everybody. As I said, don't miss the preference list if you're interested to know about our professional support that we can give you and the scholarship we'll offer tomorrow. Make sure you're on the preference list. And tomorrow we're going to meet you exactly at 2 p.m. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can ask us on the chat. We are here for a few more minutes to answer questions. And if you don't have any questions, the session is complete for today. Thank you so much for your time and attention. You have been very generous giving your time and attention to us. And we are very, very happy to serve you. You can create an X account very easily, Kamlesh. It'll help you in the future going forward when you're building a personal brand. It just takes a couple of minutes. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you for your feedback. Great, Prashant. Thank you for your feedback. All right, everybody. I don't see any further questions, so we are completing the session. It's already 5:25. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you.